All right, folks, welcome back to the Night's Watch.
You're Jacob. I'm Alex.
Okay.
Why didn't you?
Did you just blank on it?
I guess. I don't know. I'm tired of doing the same shit every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, point is, we're joined by special guest Tyler. Hi, Tyler. How
Hey,
you
what's
doing?
going on, guys?
And today we're going to do what we've kind of been putting off throughout the off season and really just kind of dig into the team and into the roster. Maybe a few notes. The Olympics are starting to take shape. But we're kind of at that weird point in the off season where we're pretty close to training camp, but also not really.
Like
Still
we're
like a month away.
45 days out of the season, and then, like you said, about a month out of camp.
Yeah, so I close enough where I think we can finally start digging into this roster and
It's
doing
set,
all those things.
essentially, right?
Pretty
Like,
much. Like, I'm not really expecting any other moves.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Tyler's here. He's barely
Yeah.
spoken, but I mean, I don't see anybody cracking into the lineup. That's
No,
Probably not.
No, I mean, our lineup is probably as stacked as it's going to get until the next trade.
So on that note,
Yeah.
I wanted to open up with a question for you too. So you look at the off season. We look at the changes to this team. We have some notable players in Mitch Marner, Colton Sissons, Jeremy Lauzon, Caden Korzak. Some notable players out: Alex Petrangelo,
Yeah.
Nick Waugh, Nick Hague. You look at that. You look at those additions and those subtractions, and I have one simple question for you guys: Are we better? Did we get better? Or did we stay the same?
Just the fact that we lost Petrangelo, I'd say no.
the forwards
Yeah.
got better. That's
Yeah.
something that we were kind of missing for a long time. The forwards 100% got better. The defense got worse, in my opinion. So, like, for example, like what you trade out Nick Waugh for, you're gaining we've talked about Colton Sissons probably about 5 times on this on this podcast. I'm very excited about Colton Sissons. Is that
Yeah.
you're gaining he's like what, a top 10 face-off percentage every year, and he's in his early 30s. He's a two-way forward. He's a guy that kills penalties. He's a guy that's reliable as your fourth line center, extremely reliable. And you get Mitch Marner, who, as much as Toronto fans want to talk shit, extremely reliable in the regular season. And a point is, well, he didn't score a goal in the playoffs. I'm like, he was almost a point per game player in his playoff career. Is it his fault, or is it Austin Matthews? Is it John Tavares? Is it William Nylander? Or is it just fucking Toronto?
That's
Like,
or is it just the psychic cancer that envelops the city of Toronto when it comes to hockey?
but the defense got worse.
Did the defense get worse, or are we now like on par with the rest of the defenses in the NHL?
I still
'Cause
think
we
our
had a
defense
heavy-
is better
heavy
than a lot of the
defense line.
defenses that are out there. But what really set us apart was having a guy, a veteran like Petrangelo, who would eat minutes,
Yeah.
eat pucks, do everything you want. And then you had a guy like Hague that was 6'6" and gigantic and
I
can move the
know
puck and be
Condor.
defensively sound.
I know people kind of think of like Kolesar as filling in that enforcer role.
Hague
but
was.
It was really Hague.
Yeah.
I think he took the last 2 years. He kind of fought a little more than Kolesar, and
He did.
He was just so big that even
Well-
if he didn't fight,
Well,
he could-
Lazon is kind of stepping into that role too. He was kind of the enforcer guy with Nashville, right? He just got a little bit more experience than Hague does. But I think, in my opinion, what Lazon brings in is Hague would throw hits, but they weren't consistent, right?
Yeah.
Lazon will routinely flatten people game in and game out.
Yeah, he's a gritty guy, and
He stays in his own.
And he played for Cassidy in Boston.
Yeah, and
where he
Cassidy
was
knows him.
pretty successful. So we look at all this. Obviously, the highlight of all that is you add Mitch Marner,
Which will help defensively.
100-point player, great two-way game, elite talent, elite winger. But to me, the question kind of remains. We look at Vegas, and we talk about how good we are and this and that. But the reality is we've only won one playoff series since the Cup. We've only won one playoff series, and it was frankly a little shaky.
Yeah.
Looked a little bad at times there. So
But look at some of the other.
are we good enough to win in the playoffs? And does adding Mitch Marner make you a difference maker in the playoffs?
I think so. I think adding Mitch
Yeah.
Marner and Colton Sissons do. Like, I love Nick Waugh, but that 5-minute major he took
Oh, yeah.
against was against Edmonton, right?
Yeah, I was at that game.
Yeah, 5 minute major he took,
Yeah.
Nightmare.
and kind of killed that series. Right? I don't think I wouldn't say totally, but we were already going to lose that series. But he didn't do himself justice with what he did, and he also wasn't playing that great in this playoffs. Whereas previous seasons he was playing pretty well.
Well,
And
that's the thing is, I feel like I don't think he was playing bad.
he's playing his role.
I think,
I mean, the whole unit was playing bad.
yeah, I will say what I think these changes do is through this newfound depth, we're going to have a different look on that fourth line in the sense that they're going to fulfill a different role. McCrimmon even said, it's like, well, we want to get back to our fourth line having a checking identity.
I'm gonna say we're certainly missing like a certain dynamic to that fourth line. That
exactly,
left with Carrier.
Someone that can break out and force you back on defense out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's a good problem to have, but in a lot of ways, I almost feel like Nick Waugh was like too talented to play a fourth line role.
I agree.
Like he could,
Yeah.
but like his game was
His
really
ceiling was high.
more
Yeah.
about possession. Also, I love that your digital photo frame has just a picture of Kyler and the
Yeah.
slideshow.
I'm pretty sure that Ding Dong put it on there.
Probably. But anyways,
He's with us always. He's not dead, but he's with us.
No, he lives in our hearts forever.
But
But yeah, the fourth line.
love that kid. Anyways, but yeah, like I said, McCrimmon, he wants that fourth line to get back to a checking role, a
Yes.
physical role. And honestly, that's one thing I felt like we kind of were lacking against Edmonton in that series. I think it was game
agree.
3 where like we were just like in shock and disbelief at the way they were fucking bullying us, and like
The whole
the vibe was
playoffs.
just so fucking rancid.
Well, yeah, because like you said, the whole playoffs. Like, look at Edmonton and even Minnesota. They took checking and checking to the next level. Because
if you want to if you want to find our kryptonite, just watch Boldy.
yeah, Matt Boldy
He
was
fucking
just
carved us up.
Yeah.
he's a big
over
body.
and over every single
Yeah.
fucking game. Every game he carved us open, and Kaprizov was the knife.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he was the chef, and there's the knife.
Even
Yeah,
look
no,
at,
literally.
Even look at Edmonton. Like we played really well against Draisaitl and McDavid, but the lines of like Trent Frederick and Evander Kane and Corey Perry and guys that just got up and down, played hard.
They
and it would
didn't play like
open
they
up
were
the-
40.
Yeah.
Kasperi Kapanen and
Puckholzen.
Puckholzen, like those guys were tearing us apart
Yeah.
because they were forechecking the entire time.
Can
Their
I tell
depth,
you
their
what-
depth came in.
Yeah, can I tell you one problem I think we really had in both those series that was very visible, and I think Marner and also re-signing Brandon Saad kind of will hopefully help. We look slow, man. We just look slow.
We were
in
getting
those-
outworked.
And that's another thing I
Big
thought
time.
about with as much as I love Pietrangelo, he was slow. He's
Yeah.
been slow.
The years catch up
And
to him,
Haig
right?
too. Haig is a slow skater, but
Yeah, and,
bringing
like-
in a guy like Korzak's he's young, obviously, but he's a really good skater, and he's also mean too. He's not afraid of.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is
and
the-
he's got the NHL he's got that like blood in the water type
Yeah.
mentality in the back.
And with
exactly.
Petro saying,
and he's 6'4". He's
yeah,
like
he's
the-
huge. He's so
Yeah.
huge.
He's the rare giraffe that can also skate.
and
Yeah.
shoot and everything. And I think we talked about it with when they re-signed him. Pietrangelo was like, re-sign this kid today.
Yeah.
I'm going in
He
LTIR,
gave-
re-sign this
he
kid
like
now.
gave his
Yeah.
like blessing on the way out. He's like, you must elevate
Yeah.
the boy.
He is the
Passing
chosen
torch.
one.
So I do think that's one thing to consider too. I still believe that people aren't realizing just how bad losing Pietrangelo is. But that being said, we're not losing Alex Pietrangelo 2019 or even Alex Pietrangelo 2023. We're
No.
kind of losing Alex
the end of
Pietrangelo.
his
That
career.
was
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he
My
definitely
hips
wasn't.
are made of crackers.
Yeah,
Pietrangelo.
Yeah, he.
Poor guy.
I
I
would-
love him, but
It's
part of
tough,
the
I
man.
game.
feel
yeah.
so bad for him, man. But dude, can you imagine? Okay, now that we know what we know, imagine the pain that he was in, like those last
No,
4
literally.
games or 5 in the
in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
There
Imagine
was
the pain's been in for
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years,
And
probably
he-
since the playoff, since the
Yeah.
cup. He's probably been injured.
And he's such a goddamn warrior,
Yeah.
dude. Like
No,
no,
like-
one knew except
They-
for him and probably the trainer.
There
yeah.
was
him and his family and the trainer. That's
Yeah.
it.
There was a game, I think it was against Utah, where the puck
Which they'll expose you because they're so fucking fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there was a turnover pretty late in pretty late in the game. Maybe it was overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts going the other way in a 2-on-1. And Petro, God bless him, like I saw him, like he literally put his head down and he was pumping those legs as hard as he fucking could. And like that was kind of the first time last year where I kind of was like, oh, he's getting older, because like he's still like he almost closed the gap, but like all I could think was like 2 years ago he would have caught up and fucking smoked him.
Yeah, yeah.
And just the way he was, the look on his face, I was like, oh, he's fucking hurting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And you're playing against, like, with, I would assume, I kind of remember that game, but I would assume with Clayton Keller and Logan Cooley were probably out there.
Well, it's a young, fast team.
One of the insane, like, 21-year-olds that are flying like the wind up and down the ice.
The future is now, old man.
Yeah.
No, literally.
But that's the thing you gain with Korzak, too, is he can get back faster.
Yeah.
White Cloud is...
He's 24, too.
Yeah,
He's
White Cloud is
24.
fast.
And that's the
Shea
thing, too,
Theodore and
is-
Noah Hannafin both can skate
It-
really
it-
well.
It's always kind of scary to like hand things off to the next generation, because like, oh, how's this going to go? But you kind of have to, you know.
Yeah.
You
These guys age
you
out.
don't want to be the aging, broken down Pittsburgh Penguins, you know. Like you need guys like Hayden Korzak and Pavel Dorofeev and whoever.
Brett
else
Howden's
that,
still young,
know.
too, right?
Yeah.
25, 26 years old. You said you need those guys. You can't look at Pittsburgh right now. They're in the fucking depths of hell because
Yeah,
Yeah,
how's
Sid-
27.
Sid is great. Sid is a fucking monster. Sid will be.
He's also a freak of nature.
Yeah,
like, not
Sid-
everyone's
Sid's a
gonna-
freak.
Not everyone's going to.
Evgeny Malkin looks like a puddle of fucking mud. Like that man's not alive. Chris Letang, as good as he was, he's got heart problems, doesn't he? He had blood clots or something like that, or he had a stroke, didn't he? And so he's getting older.
Jeez.
The goaltending is hilariously bad in Pittsburgh. Like you're suffering, keep them.
Hell yeah.
You're suffering, keep them forever, right? But like you said, I love Petro, but yeah, it had to happen sometime. Like he had 2 years left on his contract. Stone's got 2 years left. He might.
And if you think about it, there have been times both this season and the season prior where, Petro was out for 20 games, 30 games, and because like Korzak, this is going to be the first time where he's going to first full season where they have a spot specifically for him. But he still played 40 games last year.
But you also have the benefit of Ben Hutton.
and they looked
Yeah.
they
Right.
looked
I think
just
everyone
fine.
kind of forgets about Hutton. He's just kind of like floating around.
He's like the best seventh defenseman in the
Yeah.
league, probably.
No, for real.
and he always comes in with the fucking smile on his face, dude,
Yeah.
and he's always happy.
He's like the second coming of Nick Holden.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, guy. He's like, hi, gang. I'm always here. I'm always smiling. And whenever you need me, just let me know.
Be right
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
I'll be in
And you
tip-top
love to have a
shape.
guy like that, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, it's
I agree with your initial assessment that the forward core got a lot better. I would even go so far as to say that we had the best forward core in the league, top to bottom. And the defense, would I say, like I had the last 3 years, we had the best D core in the league? I don't know if I would. But it's certainly not bad.
a top. I would say at minimum top 10 group, probably a top 5 group still.
And, when we beat Edmonton in 2023, there's a lot of talk about how they essentially were building their team specifically to beat us and using our template, and that's why they got those big dudes like Podkolzin and Kapanen and all that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And it fucking worked.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they
in a way, I feel like it's almost like our turn to kind of borrow their template and be like, you know what, we had that stacked defense and it didn't amount to shit at a certain point.
Yeah.
But
maybe it's time to start getting more dynamic talent in the forward core.
Yeah, the
and focus
template
on
kind of
that.
changes though year to year.
It does,
right,
exactly.
Right. Look at when we won, and look at Tampa Bay when they won 2 before us, and Colorado, mobile defensemen that are big and they just get the puck down the ice and they're going to let people score. We had big mobile defensemen that could move, play good defense, and they let the forwards do their work. Then Florida wins, and Florida's different.
Yeah.
Florida didn't have the big mobile defensemen. Yeah, they had Aaron Ekblad and Seth Jones and that this year.
Well, and that's
Well,
the
they
thing.
have
But
They-
their forwards are fucking
insane.
relentless,
Yeah.
like brutally relentless.
and their decor, they kind of got it done by committee, right?
yeah,
Because
it was Nate Schmidt.
it was Gustav
Yeah.
Forsling,
Forsling, yeah.
Aaron Ekblad, who's the other guy?
Schmee.
But point being, the defense was a little bit more by committee. Obviously, those
Yeah.
guys are super fucking talented, but I don't think anyone was sitting there going like, "Oh yeah,
This is an incredible defense.
their
right?
strength is their decor. Look how good that decor
They're-
is." It was more like, "Oh yeah, all 6 guys add up to a good defense.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the forward group. I mean, the reason why Florida's won the Cup 2 times in a row is because those 12 forwards, whoever they may be, play the game that Paul Maurice tells them to play. That's destroy the other team.
Yeah.
Relentlessly forecheck until you score.
You know, and that's one thing I also wanted to bring up before we dig into the nitty gritty of the names and the numbers. Mitch Marner is one player, right? But what he allows us to do is have depth in a way that not a lot of teams have. And I'm talking about like
Mark Stone on the third line.
Exactly. I think that's
Dude,
something we all had in our lineup cards. Like, there's a very real chance that you have an elite top 6 forward on your third line.
You could have Ivan Barbashev on your fourth or third line.
I saw your projected lineups, and I'm like, what?
No,
I'm.
We'll
but
get
it's
there.
not that it's not
it's
good or correct. It's just
how you can space everybody out.
I'm like, it doesn't register
Hey.
for me.
Yeah.
When I saw the lines, I'm like, that's like top, what? Doria Howden. Like, every line has an elite player on
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. Like, and it's funny because I see these Toronto fans online. They're like, oh, well, good luck in Vegas, Mitch. You're never gonna have a 100-point season again. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like,
Yeah.
We won
who gives a
the
fuck?
cup with nobody scoring a point per game.
No one even scored 70 points.
Yeah, that cup-
The
right.
year we
Yeah.
won the cup, I think Eichel had like 64 points.
And you know who just almost had 100? Jack fucking Eichel.
Yeah.
And that was without Mitch Marner.
Oh, yeah.
Tomas Hertl had 35 goals.
something like that.
Dorofeev had
35, exactly 35.
yeah,
goals.
34. So Hertl had probably a couple less, so 33. And that was without Mitch Marner. That was this is a team
he
that's
missed
this
some
is
of
a
the
top
season,
scorer.
too.
This is a team. I know we didn't win the cup, whatever. This is the third place in the league, third or fourth place in the league without Mitch Marner.
Yeah.
And
second in the West, fourth in the league.
with Pietrangelo playing less minutes because he was injured, he was out a lot.
Yeah.
With Hertl being out a lot of the seasons after that Tampa Bay game, still finished fourth. Had one of the highest scoring offenses in the league. Yeah, our defense took a little bit of a tumble because we focused on forwards and scoring, but now you bring in a guy that does both, and you kind of take as much as I love Pietrangelo, you kind of take an aging veteran out and you put in your new 24-year-old
Yeah.
that has shown he can play pretty well.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is I think we're gonna see a lot of these salty Toronto fans like learn the concept of depth in real time.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, cause, Dave Gosher, he was on the Empty Netters podcast recently, and great episode, great listen, do recommend. But they talked a lot about the Marner move, and he was like, yeah, I just think they needed a DNA change. And of course, all the smarmy ass comments like, "Oh, you need help in the playoffs, so you get this guy that sucks in the playoffs. What? Big brain move." And I'm like, here's the thing: even if Marner doesn't score a lot, just the fact that he's out there and the other team is going to have to cover him, that is going to open things up.
Opens up
for
Tomas
the
Hertl.
other two lines.
Opens up Jack Eichel.
Because you can only cover so many guys.
Yeah, because if you're on
And that, when you think of Florida, that's how they won.
Yeah.
Because they had that insane third line with fucking Brad Marchand on it.
Yeah.
So there would be entire, like that whole Stanley Cup final, everyone was like, oh, Barkov, he's not scoring. Oh, God. I'm like, well, he didn't need to score.
No.
He could go out there and eat up those minutes against McDavid.
Yeah,
and then
Reinhart banging him in.
Exactly. Then have faith that the second and third line are going to be the ones scoring.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we were missing against Edmonton.
This is missing the last
Jack-
2 years. I mean,
Yeah, like-
since,
like-
since the cup run, right?
Jack Eichel was out there going toe-to-toe with Connor McDavid.
And Leon Draisaitl.
And Leon Draisaitl, and yeah, he was absorbing a lot of that, and like they weren't scoring a lot. But
well, him and Carlson were too, right?
exactly.
Like,
And but he wasn't. When you're doing that, you're not going to have those opportunities to score
nope.
because you're basically,
you're on your heels in your own zone.
yeah, playing
constantly.
a defensive role.
Right.
But when you add a guy like Marner to the mix, put him on the second line, shuffle up the third line, what have you. Suddenly,
Well, you force teams to spread, right? To
exactly
spread their talent to
And then
cover the talent.
You create those
right?
you create those mismatches,
And that's
where-
something I
Yeah.
think that Minnesota has done really well as a forward group. They've always spread their talent out, but they've never kind of connected it, right? Their defense might be worse. sloppy.
It was very foamy. I was not expecting that.
You
I'm
sloppy
sure-
hoe.
I'm sure that's what it was, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not that you're drunk already, right?
I wish.
But yeah, like
I might have put some whiskey in my coffee. So it was going to be an early day.
but that's what like the best teams have done. Like we said, Florida and even Edmonton last year, they really spread out like what they had to match up with the teams they were playing. Right, Carolina's notorious for that, to spread out their lineup to kind of work on who was going to play better. Right.
Yeah.
And that's something, and Dallas too. Like you're now you need to bring in Mitch Marner because you're at a battle of like, your thermonuclear weapons, right? Like Dallas brought in Mikko Rantanen, like to pair him with Jason Robertson and White Johnston, and already having Miro Heiskanen and Thomas Harley and Jake Ottinger. You've got to bring in somebody to combat that, on the forward side because LA, well, their forwards got better. Not maybe not their defense. And Edmonton's always going to be Edmonton, right? It's always you always have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, and you have Colorado. Like you're kind of doing that battle. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think they emphasized a culture change, like McCormick said. Like it's got to go back to what kind of like the blueprint of the team was.
And I don't know if I'd even say culture change as much as just like an identity change.
Maybe a bottom six identity change. 'Cause I think.
Yeah.
Last year we finally had what we've always wanted, scoring.
Yes.
That was something we had a problem.
Well, that's the thing, though. Before the season started, and you look at it on paper, I would never have guessed in a million years that would be our highest scoring team. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
yeah.
Because we lost Chandler Stevenson, we lost Jonathan Marchessault, so we lost all these guys. I was like, oh my God, like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
And then the first half of the season, we were really putting goals in, and then it kind of tapered off, and then obviously dried up fucking completely in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well,
But
I think with having our power play become as strong as it did, obviously helps, right? To bring that goal count up.
Hey guys, if you add Mitch Marner to your power play, do you think it'd get better?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd put him in, honestly.
You think adding Mitch Marner to your penalty kill, it'll get better?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna put him in.
Well, he doesn't have that dog in him.
We've
so.
we've mused over this like separately. We've talked about adding a hobby. Like now, I mean, before we get into our lineups, but like just think about Mitch Marner playing. He'll play PK1. He'll play with Jack Eichel. PK2 is now William Karlsson and Riley Smith.
Yeah, probably.
PK3 is going to be Tomas Hertl and Mark Stone,
Well,
or Brett Howden and Mark Stone, or Keegan Colasar and Mark Stone,
Well, when I was
Colton Sissons and Mark Stone. Like
when I was talking about
Oh man.
when I was talking about additions, I should have also put an emphasis on guys that we kept because I feel like no one's talking about it somehow, but I feel like bringing back Riley Smith into the fold is so massive for this team.
He just like
He looked so good as soon as he came back.
Yeah, it was a seamless transition.
And it's hilarious because like he wasn't great in New York or Pittsburgh.
yeah, fuck New York and fuck Pittsburgh.
Well,
Like,
exactly, because like even
Fuck 'em.
even
Fuck them both.
even Jay Fresh on Twitter, the analytics guy. I don't know his real name, but Jay
Shout
Fresh.
out.
He cracked me up because he posted this thing with like about Riley Smith. He's like, well, who could have guessed that his biggest problem was that he just would have, he goes away from Vegas and he just gets sad, and then he comes back to Vegas and suddenly he looks amazing again. Yeah, it's like
his buddies.
he can still skate. He's still so fast.
Yeah.
And like we as far as like in the locker room, you lose Petro, and that's awful because he was like basically like the second captain.
I mean, you said they basically. Stone said he was the de facto captain in the Stanley Cup run because he's been there before, right?
Yeah,
he led a team to a Stanley Cup just a few years prior, and like you lose that guy, you need another veteran presence. You need a guy that knows the team, like Riley Smith. Like,
well, don't forget Riley Smith. He was the second one to get the cup when we won because I think because he's quiet, like in the media, people don't realize it. But by all means, he was like one of those guys in the locker room where, like, before they announced Mark Stone as our first captain, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're gonna announce captain. Who's it gonna be?" I was like, "It could be Riley Smith, man."
Yeah, on my hand, a list of like names I had: Riley Smith, William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, Mark Stone. That was it. It was those four guys. And
that was the guy that was like, "Give it to Fleury."
Oh
yeah.
What was the last captain in the league was like Roberto Luongo, right?
I think so.
And even then, everybody's like, "That's dumb."
Yeah, it never works, but still.
But no,
like
you
give
said,
it to Flower.
Bringing these guys back, like bringing Riley Smith back and keeping him on the team and signing him to another deal, that's a big deal. bringing back Brandon Saad, who still has juice. Like everybody acts like Brandon Saad's old. He is older. He's in his early 30s.
He's so fucking.
He's
fast,
so
though.
fast. He's so creative.
He's almost. He reminds me of like a William Carrier.
Yeah. How many
type player.
times did Saad have a breakaway and just didn't finish the breakaway?
Yeah.
Or how many times like the goalie saved it, or he just couldn't get it just didn't finish. But he had so many chances once he came with the team. Like, of course he's going to look better instead of where is he on St. Louis? Like,
yeah, and that's
playing
the
a fourth line lower in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna look great with Tomas Hertl.
and that's the thing too.
Who doesn't
is-
look great with Tomas Hertl?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is that's one thing I thought we were really hurt us in the Edmonton series is he was injured for the
He
whole
was,
damn thing.
yes.
And that was
That's
part
right.
of why
I
I was
forgot
like,
about
fuck,
that.
I was like, without him, I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
I
we're
was
You're
slow.
missing the speed, right? You're missing the speed of
Oof,
Saad and the
yeah.
creativity and
the way that he can just like
Presence.
he just like seems to materialize out of thin air behind defenders.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
And
yeah.
you
they
put him
they
with-
don't think they're getting forechecked, and then here comes Saad.
yeah,
exactly.
exactly. And then put him with a guy like Mitch Marner, maybe. Suddenly,
Oh,
just think of the
Okay,
possibilities.
let's talk about the possibilities. We
Okay.
created all of
Just
our own
think of the
lineups,
possibilities,
and
folks.
I'll go first. I'll throw my lineup out there first.
Of course,
We-
we'll go first. You, of course
Well,
you want to go
well,
first.
no, yeah, he's
Let
got.
Tyler
I think
go
he has the
first.
most unconventional.
Oh,
line.
Tyler, you go
go
Tyler, you go
first.
first.
He's
Yeah.
our guest on the
Alright.
pod, and we're his guest in his home.
In his home.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Might be semi-permanent co-host. Tri-host?
Working on it.
Yeah, he
Try
told me he
host.
was gonna, he told me he was going to kick me off the show and try to get you on. So.
Yeah.
All right.
If,
Take
we're
my
going to
job.
play a game at the end. If you beat Jacob, I'm going to take him
Oh,
out in the
fuck
backyard
yeah,
and shoot in the
dude.
back of the head.
And then,
Alright.
Old
and then
racehorse.
and then my agent will post a picture of me with a sword in my back. It says Alex on it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, let's go
All
through your
right,
lineup.
projected lineup. I
Yeah.
have on the first line Barbie on the left, Eichel, Marner, or Dorofeev on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Line 2, I have either Dorofeev or, I guess, Stone are interchangeable on that side
Mm-hmm.
for me, and then Hurdle in the middle, and either Stone or Marner on the right.
Mm-hmm.
If Doro moves to first, then Marner will come down to second.
Mm-hmm.
Third line, I have Howden on the left, Carly and Smith.
See, I love that line. I actually do love that.
That would
line.
be a very-
I love that
solid.
line.
That would be
It's
that would
so
be a
solid.
very fast line.
Yeah, I love that line.
And then on the fourth line, I got Saad on the left, Sissons in the center, and Kolasar on the right. And that would be my projected
Forwards. What about your
forward
defense?
core. This one's pretty standard. Hannafin, Theo, McNabb, Whitecloud, and Lauzon and Korzak
Yeah.
together.
So you got, I like that you get, 'cause obviously Theo McNabb's been a pairing for a long time, but that's one thing even last year I was like, what if you put Hannafin and Theo together? That'd be.
My
and
only
then you could-
worry
you
is
could-
that
you
happens
could-
with Hannafin and Petro. Remember at the beginning of the year how bad they were? But then
Well,
they were
no,
really good in the playoffs.
Well, I was gonna say because at the beginning of
But now
last
we
year
know
it was.
Pietrangelo was hurt, right?
Yeah.
So that could have factored into his performance drop.
But yeah, it's like you get one pair that's super offensive, and then one pair that's like complete shutdown, lockdown with McNabb and Whitecloud.
That makes sense. You mean a pair that's like Tony D'Angelo and like Brendan Leipzig?
But yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so
I
that's
do.
my projected lineup.
And then goaltending's obvious, right?
Yeah, Hill and
Hill and Schmidt.
We got Schmidt.
You go next, Jacob.
Okay, well, I don't have it written down, but I've thought about it so much that I can recall it from memory.
Seared into your brain like
This is all I think about.
Yeah, like the like in my brain is the Battle of Minas Tirith speech from before the writers when they get it. And I'm like, that's just when I watch it, I'm like word for word.
All I think about is
On the edge of your couch,
all,
off in it.
all I think about is Golden Knights lineups, food, beer, sex, and history videos on YouTube.
All right, yeah, typical.
Other than that, I have no personality. But
That's plenty
anyways,
of personality.
so on the first line, I would really love to see Barbashev on the left, Eichel in the middle, obviously. And then on the right, I would put Dorofeev. Dorofeev shoots left, but he plays on the right a lot. He played on the right last year.
He
Why?
dominated.
Why?
on the
Why?
power play.
Yeah. Why move them?
Yeah. And then, Barbashev and Eichel, that's just a pair that you've had for a long time. They know how to play together. And if you think about it, the way that line would be composed, it would give Eichel both a net front guy and also a shooter.
One-timer.
Dorofeev can also get to the net, but
His shot's disgusting.
exactly. So I think you have some pretty good scoring options there that'll keep the other team guessing. On the second line, another pair from last year, I would have Brandon Sott on the left, Tomas Hertl in the middle. They played a lot together. But instead of having Dorofeev there, because he's on the first, that's where I would put Mitch Marner. And my reasoning for that, because I feel like a lot of people are kind of defaulting to, you got to put Mitch with Jack Eichel. I'm like, yeah, you could. That'd be a fucking awesome fucking line. But I think when you look at Mitch Marner, his strengths are threading these seemingly impossible passes to the net. And who loves to go to the net and who lives in the blue paint?
Fucking Big Tom.
Yep.
Big Tom. I like that. Yeah, that's his new name. Big Tom.
Thomas the Train.
So, like, I honestly could see a version of events if those two play together where, like, Hertl could have, like, fucking 45 goals next season just by virtue of standing in the blue paint while Mitch
or even
Marner's
driving
while
to the
Mitch
net.
Marner's throwing it at him.
You watch
So he's
some
gonna
of
be
these.
a Hyman.
No, literally.
Yeah.
Mr.
Well, you
Zach
watch
Hyman.
some of these
Literally.
videos though of like Mitch Marner's strength, and he's just driving straight to the net. I mean, not Mitch Marner. Yeah, Mitch Marner is like he'll be in the corner somewhere, like controlling the puck, and you see who it could be a number like William Nylander, John Tavares, somebody screaming down the center of the ice, marked by one defenseman, and Mitch Marner looks up for like maybe 0.1 seconds, and he's like, okay, and then the puck's gone, sauced
It's
across
like
the ice, easy.
Dude, a fucking wire
Yeah.
right to the
Yeah,
tape.
and then even just like another areas of the ice, like we just got done talking about, Brandon Saad is so fast. As you put him with a guy like Marner, who's also fast and dynamic, and when he has the puck on his stick, he like literally just like opens up the
But the
entire
puck possession too, right?
side
Like,
of the ice.
Mitch
you
Marner's
know?
a great puck possession forward, and Tomas Hertl's an incredible puck possession
Yeah.
forward. Like he you can't take him off of it.
No,
And
I think that's an underappreciated skill.
Tomas Hertl,
Yeah, I think of
Mitch Marner too.
all of our players.
They're good puck possession players. Like,
Eichel, good fucking luck trying to get it off his
Yeah.
stick.
Oh yeah,
Dude, he
Yes.
skates around like no one else is on the ice.
yeah,
yeah,
It's incredible.
No, it's insane because like people will hit him and they just roll off him.
Yeah.
And even if the puck comes loose for a second, he scoops it back up
Yep.
before anyone can do anything.
Yep.
Like, yeah. So
that was your second line. So what's
Yeah.
your third
Yeah.
look like?
So third line, by virtue of having Mitch Marner and Dorofeev on the top six on the right, you could have Mark Stone on the third line on the right wing, and then of course William Karlsson in the middle, and Riley Smith on the left. Tell me that's not a cheat code third line. Tell me that's not an elite
That's
third
a
line.
Yeah.
Brad Marchand third line.
And we saw Mark Stone and William Karlsson play together in the
They looked
Minnesota
really
series,
good.
And
Yeah,
Carlson is still fast as shit.
Riley Smith's
Great
still so fast.
playmaking.
Yeah,
And that's a line that can also shut down another line because they're all amazing defensively.
Carlson is like the fucking T1000, dude. Like he
No.
will not, he will not let you live.
yeah.
No, for real. He's
William Karlsson's a like we talk about the Selke, right? And those names are like Jack Eichel and Mitch Marner and Barkov, but there's like unsung bottom six or
Yeah.
9 guys that don't get the recognition, but they're like William Karlsson, like Philip Deneau, Colton Sissons, like guys that are just elite bottom six
Yeah.
centers.
And they're quiet. They do their
Yeah.
job, and that's why they
Yeah.
just get looked over because you're shoulder to shoulder with
Yeah,
other elite players in the
Yeah.
league.
yeah.
But I'm just here to work hard, man.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Like Freddie Gaudreau, like that. Now he's with Seattle. He was great for
He's a
Minnesota.
great defensive forward.
Great defensive forward. And you need guys like those, and they're kind of unsung heroes of your team. But no,
I think those are the players that win you, like deep run games.
yeah. When
Oh, yeah.
when you have a William
100%
Karlsson playing third line center for you,
Yeah.
he could.
Well, and that's the thing too, because like I feel like people are like Mark Stone in the third. I'm like, true depth.
Not unheard of, yeah.
To have true depth, you have to have a guy that you know is a top six guy, and somehow he's playing on the third.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's almost like an all-star lineup, right?
Yeah.
And then
Or like an all-star roster.
yeah, this is the. Well, we'll get to it because I'll make a strong claim at the end of this. But
Okay.
what was your fourth line?
Hey, there he is,
Hey.
Mr. Pipes.
So that would leave the fourth line to me. I would have Brett Howden on the left, Colton Sissons in the middle, and Keegan Colasar on the right.
Not bad.
I think that's just a
Not bad at all.
solid
Yeah.
checking line.
It's like a bus.
Colton Sissons, he has an insane work ethic that I don't think gets appreciated.
I was also looking at his games played, He's been incredibly healthy. His
I haven't
entire
watched
career.
enough of Nashville's
He's always on the
season,
ice.
but now that he's with us, it'll
Oh yeah, he's one of
It'll
those
be
guys. I'm
really
like, I know
nice
his
to-
name, but
to
after we
see.
got him, I was like, I need to go look at some
yeah.
highlights.
Every time I see it, I just think, oh, scissors.
Scissors.
Every time I hear, it, I'm like Colton Sissons. I'm like, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
That's like a movie name.
Sounds like a guy that's like an old west like sheriff.
I know, right?
in a movie.
Sheriff Seasons.
And then defense, just first pair Theodore McNabb, second pair Hannafin Whitecloud. They played pretty great.
Yep.
Last year, I felt like both were kind of struggling at different parts in the beginning of the season, and then when the pairs got shuffled, they played really well together. Hannafin obviously has that offensive touch. Whitecloud's more of a shutdown defensive
He's still got
guy.
a great shot though. He
does.
was the only guy on the defense that was really shooting against Edmonton. Remember? Like
I remember that. We're both
he was
like,
just wristing it in.
yeah, because we were getting frustrated. We're like, why is Zach Whitecloud the only one getting shots through? Like,
Yep.
what are the rest of you doing?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
But and then the bottom pair, I would have Lauzon with Korzak. Lauzon, obviously, veteran guy. You could probably help shelter Korzak a bit.
Does that remind you of? Because spoiler alert, I had the same exact defense.
Okay.
Does that not remind you of Theodore's first couple of years being paired with Brady McNabb,
Oh yeah.
having a big body,
Well, that's
crushing defenseman that
well,
will help?
That's been the template for basically every time we get a new young defenseman. It's like, well, let's put him with Brady McNabb for 20 games, and
Yeah.
McNabb,
Why not?
McNabb will protect,
Why not?
McNabb can protect him and kind of shepherd him along.
You want to
But-
guess who the? This is going to turn into Brady McNabb, glazed 5 minutes. You want to guess who the most games played ever as a Golden Knight is?
I have a funny feeling it might
Is
be
it-
Brady.
It might be
McNabb,
Brady
right?
McNabb, yeah. So he's if anybody's going in, the going in the like
In the
record books or in the rafters,
In the
it's
rafters.
gonna be Brady McNabb.
Yeah,
And
wasn't-
well deserved, too,
Wasn't he
I
also maybe not the leader, but like second or third in plus minus last year?
Number one,
Oh, okay.
Brady
yeah.
McNabb had the
He was
highest
like-
plus
Plus
minus.
minus?
He's also has the highest career plus minus for the team.
Yeah, he's like last year. I think he was like plus 35 or something.
He was insane. It was
Also
him
an
and Jack.
underrated defenseman in the league. No one talks about Brady
No,
McNabb.
yeah, no one does.
He's the exact kind of guy that you need to win, but just doesn't get that's literally why I got
He's-
him on my jersey.
yeah.
Because when
Well-
I had that blank gray, it's like I'm getting McNabb because like you just don't see his name
No.
when you
that's
go
a
out.
fucking
You know
shame.
exactly.
Well, it's a guy like I mean, obviously Jacob Slavin's a different case because they talk about him as like just
Yeah.
purely the best defensive defenseman in the league, right? But he's in the mold of like other guys like that. Jacob Slavin, I just had him in my brain. Gustav Forsling. Just look at what Gustav Forsling did to Connor McDavid in the final. He manhandled.
Connor McHugh.
Yeah, he didn't exist. And Brady McNabb's just a stalwart not two-way, but
Yeah.
a singular defensive defenseman.
And God forbid you get fucking hip checked by him, dude.
the
I'll
flying,
put you-
the,
flying
Braden, the
cheeks.
flying hip McNabb.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can get some random nasty sauce. Was it Dragon Curl?
Oh, dude,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The-
Dragon Curl and Drag
I was
McNabb.
like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Uh,
And he did it at like
did
what
it a
3 or
couple
4
times.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Like,
And then-
oh, he's like, oh, I'm feeling it now.
Then I think it was 24, but never forget that the time he just ran him had of the sickest spinorama goal that you've
yeah.
ever seen.
Dude.
Yeah. He'll pull something out and be like, "Are Brady McNabb?"
Yeah, it's like where have you been hiding?
And
this
it cracks
Brady
me up
McNabb?
because Dave Gosher will always be like, well, people don't realize this, but he actually scored a lot in juniors. I'm like, well, I guess it's just buried deep down in there, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. 20 years of hockey, it's buried somewhere in there.
Jeez.
Okay. I mean, yeah, and then
And,
obviously Hill and Schmidt, right?
Yeah, so I think goalie, there's not really much to say.
No, not at all. I'll do mine. We're very simple. Like, our defense is the same. Our third line's identical.
Okay.
But I think mine's a little bit different. So I have Howden, Eichel, Dory on the top pair.
yeah.
Then I have Sod, Hurdle, Marner.
Okay.
And then Smith, Carlson, Stone, and then Barbie, Sissons, and Colasar. And the defense is the same. McNabb, Theodore, Hannafin, Whitecloud, Lauzon, Korzak. This is going to turn into probably about 5 to 10 minutes of Brett Howden defense.
It's now Brett Howden's turn. to
Brett
be
Howden's
praised.
turn. So he had, despite playing in the bottom 6 last year, he had a career year again from the year before. The year before he had a career year. He had a career again this year. He scored the most goals he's ever scored, the most points he's ever scored. He is a guy that intimately reminds me of Jonathan Marchessault in that he's
Intimately reminds
not,
me.
intimately, I think about it in my dreams, but
He's got a good head of hair.
but he is on the
got the
smaller side.
flow.
Not quite as small as not quite as small as Marchessault, but a smaller guy. He's still a pretty big guy, but a little bit smaller in stature.
He throws his body around.
Yeah, he
like
can
he's
hit.
Not small.
He's not afraid to get in the middle of
Yeah.
it. He's a guy that, I mean, famously, he played second line on the Stevenson and Stone line and finished Dallas. He killed Dallas in the Cup run. He was the guy that.
Oh yeah, that was the overtime goal.
Yeah, he was the guy that ruined Dallas multiple games.
Yeah.
He's got, dare I say it, that dog in him.
Dude, and he knows it too.
He knows
After
it.
he
Literally.
scored that goal, do you see his face? Or he's just like,
Yeah, and now he's got a newborn, so he's got dad strength
oh,
now.
gee, he's invincible.
Yeah, so he's full. So I think, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I think putting him in the bottom six, wherever he can fit anywhere in this lineup.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. He really is one of those
Just a
kind
Swiss
of,
Army knife.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just kind of plug and play him. I kind of had that thought too. I was like, could you put him on the first line?
I think so. If you
I
put
was
him
like-
with a guy with like Eichel and Dory, because we know what Eichel is. Eichel is a
yeah.
superstar. Eichel is a top 5 to 10 center in the league. I would put him as a top 5 center in the league.
Yeah, I would.
I'd put him top 3. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, top 5 center in the league. Dory is proven now he's an elite scorer, right? Does that not fit as a guy that's going to be screaming up and down the ice, as a guy that, like a Brandon Saad, but younger, a little bit faster, has a little bit more of a scoring touch when he gets down there? It's going to really hurt other offenses and other defenses, right?
Yeah.
And then Saad Hurdle Marner is the same reason that you had is, can you not picture Mitch Marner just in the corner passing to
feeding slot passes
Tomas
to
Tomas Hurdle
Tomas
or Brandon
yeah,
Saad
yeah.
or just easy peasy, like just ripping it apart. But yeah, then Smith, Carlson, Stone, obviously, we know that. And then it's contrary to both you guys. I have Barbie on the 4th. So
Yeah.
I love Ivan Barbashev, but I've soured on him in recent years in that he is extremely inconsistent to be in the top 6.
Well, this was his issue in St. Louis too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's great, don't get me wrong. He's a great player, but we now have Howden blossoming into what Barbashev is, but
Yeah.
he's younger and cheaper and a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
But then again, Barbie on the 4th, that's not bad. You're
No.
crushing, right? You have that crushing blow
There
with
was-
Colton Sissons and Keegan Colasar.
There was a line that Bruce Cassidy put together at some point last year where I was like,
It was Nick Waugh, right? It was
Yeah,
Nick
we're-
Waugh and Barbashev and somebody else.
yeah, who was it?
Was that Colasar?
It might have been. It was.
No,
it,
no,
it
no,
was
no,
just
it
like
was-
a big line.
It was Barbie, Hurdle, and Waugh.
Yeah.
They ended up putting together, and
Oh, yeah.
they were just playing really well because
I just
people
remember
were injured. Yeah,
And I just remember thinking like, damn, like this is the best he's looked. Because he did have, to be fair, he had that insanely hot start where he was just scoring fucking nonstop.
And that's a product of being paired with Jack Eichel, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's
If you
how. That's
don't
how.
score
that's
with
how-
Jack Eichel, you got a problem.
I mean, that's how Jonathan Marchessault won the Conn Smythe. Was like, hey, have you tried being on the same line as Jack Eichel? And like, no, I haven't.
No, perfect.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, I scored 40.
Why didn't I do this sooner?
I almost
Crazy.
set the record.
But yeah, no, I like it, and I actually kind of considered that too. I was like, to me, I'm like, I don't know, as good as Howden can be, I'm like, maybe first line's a stretch. But then again, I would have said that about Barbashev before the Cup run,
Right,
You know?
and that's
Yeah.
also something that people
I
said
would,
about,
and then
it's about Pavel Dorofeev. Like, is he really a top 6 scorer? We knew he was, right? Because we're fucking
We watch.
fanatics, right? But the rest of the league was, aside from like a couple of things was like somebody on Spit and Chicklets was like, oh, look out for this Pavel Dorofeev
yeah.
kid. Like, he is
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, he will be a top scorer in the league. And everybody's like, who is that?
Yeah.
Sure as shit.
even now, like
Yeah,
I feel
am.
like he kind of had like the quietest like 35 goals.
No one
season.
talks about him.
Yeah.
No one
I
talks
feel like
about
But to be honest, no one fucking talks about us.
No.
Anyway.
They only talk about it in a negative context
Yeah.
of like,
they'll when
they bought their championship.
LTIR.
Okay. We have 3 of our original, and we still
Yeah.
fucking make
Yeah.
playoffs every year.
LTAR, even he's got no fucking hip connectors or tendons in his
Yeah.
lower body. Like
It sounds like a concrete truck as it's fucking skating by you.
This team has no loyalty. They traded their 37-year-old goalie. What the fuck?
Yeah.
this team has
And
no
then they wanna
loyalty.
come.
They let their 35-year-old scoring forward go to
Yeah.
Nashville, and
Wasn't that just old hockey mentality?
it's always
Oh,
been
yeah.
old. Like
Yeah, it's
again,
like, yeah,
look
you
at
keep them until they can't do anything.
look at
for you
Pittsburgh.
anymore.
Look at Chicago. They kept Jonathan Taves on that team until he had no hips.
Yeah.
Patrick Kane overstayed his welcome, and they had to trade Alex DeBrincat to keep some of those guys.
Just to force him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're
And,
basically like, we need to make this team as miserable as possible just so we can trade you.
yeah, exactly. But like that's the thing. Like we talk about keeping older players. This team is a little bit on the older side,
Yeah, actually, I saw a thing. It was talking about like the average age of like teams.
like in the middle.
We're right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I think the average age
nice.
on our team is like 28.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's
that's
like-
a prime. That's right in your prime,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
The
'cause,
oldest
like,
player is probably like what?
McNabb,
McNabb, yeah.
Stone.
No,
Or-
Stone's younger than us.
Riley Smith's
unfortunately.
34.
Stone's our age. Stone's 33.
Well, yeah, but that's old for a hockey player.
It is, but
Stone's
I think
33.
McNabb's also
God
like 33,
damn.
34.
Yeah. Stone
then-
looks like he's 45.
I'm 7 years older than Mark Stone.
It's all that testosterone, buddy. It's
Obviously, I would never accuse anyone of this, but have you seen guys where like, they're obviously on the juice at the gym
Oh,
and
yeah.
like they're like bald and have big bushy beards and they just look like they're 45 and they're I'm 23, bro.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus Christ.
Are you
dude.
Brett Burns? And Brett Burns is 38, 39, but like
It's like, what do you do to
Jeez.
yourself?
yeah.
Dude, yeah. You can see their heart beating.
Yeah.
You can see their blood moving in their veins.
It's like the Liver King. I'm like, God, it looks like it hurts to be alive.
He looks like he's in pain every day. But yeah, like I mean,
This wasn't on the notes, but can I, speaking of the roster, what power play looks would you guys like to see?
Oh, that would have been a good.
that'd been a good
fucking
question.
topic, God damn it.
I'll go.
See, I like to spring these on people
Yeah.
so I can get those organic
Yeah.
thoughts.
Here's the thing is, like-
let me narrow this down.
This is where we
Um,
smash cut to 10 minutes from now where we discuss it.
Okay, now that we have our notes, well, let me narrow this down. Actually, so there's something that we have not seen since the Gallant days, and this is something that Toronto did last year.
5 forwards.
Do you do 5 forwards on the power play?
I mean, think about it, right? You've
Well,
got Dory Eichel.
Toronto
Marner.
was doing that.
Yeah, Toronto.
They
yeah,
were running 5 forwards.
and they look good. You've got
Yeah.
if you got Dory Eichel, Marner, obviously Tomas Hertl, right? So that's 4 guys already. Do you put Mark Stone? Do you put Noah Hannafin? Do you put Shea Theodore? I think they'll start it out as Dory Eichel, Marner, Hertl, and Theo. Now that gives you Mark Stone slots into the power play too, playing with William Karlsson and Riley Smith. Or
But see,
Ivan
that's the
Barbashev.
thing, though, is, as fans, we can say, oh, well, I want to see a more spread out. You don't want spread out on the power play.
No,
you
no,
want,
no.
You want to load up the first unit as much as fucking
Yeah,
possible.
you want to
Yeah,
get.
do you-
You,
but
want to
that's-
score as quickly.
Yeah,
as
it's the thing.
can.
You could easily put Mark Stone on the power play one.
if the second unit's out there, it's already not going well.
Well, yeah, with
Yeah.
power play one, if you've got Stone and Marner on power play one as 5 forwards, you already have 2 defensemen.
Yeah, exactly.
You have Jack Eichel still too.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly, because that way, yeah, you can put. Oh man, this is the game where Drew Doughty fucking.
oh, it's the preseason game. We were there.
Yeah,
You and I,
Ooh,
we
yeah.
were down in front when it happened. We
Yeah.
got those tickets down in front. When he just like ran into the boards. Yep,
Oh, I
and
forgot.
then caught the skate.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
I just realized I forgot to list Tanner Pearson on the list of names that left, but
that's right. Yeah, Pearson and Olofsson.
Fuck. We got to re-record this whole thing, guys.
Yeah.
Start over.
But shit.
Yeah, but they weren't like. Olofsson could have been better if
I think we kind of knew
yeah.
they were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
they were
we
gonna
had,
be gone,
We had high
right?
hopes because we were expecting him to bring that old Buffalo heat.
But he
with
got
him, right?
injured
'Cause he played with
twice, right?
Eichel
Like-
and-
He
got hurt.
I guess I would say he was right at expectations in the sense where
That's what he's been doing for the
Yeah.
last.
he didn't score as much as I thought he would, but he was also like better defensively than I thought he would be. So I guess it kind of evens out.
What's your opinion? I mean,
I
5 forwards. Do you think Theo is on? I mean,
I don't see us not trying it.
I definitely think we'll try.
And if it works, do you guys think we're going to run it into the ground until a teams
Well,
adjust?
look what we did last year, though. That was the best power play we've ever had.
Oh, and to be fair, that is kind of what
But-
you do when you find something that works. You just do it until it stops working.
But how are you going to figure what Toronto did? Like, obviously, I know, like William Nylander's. Well, this might be a hot take. He's not better than Pavel Dorofeyev for me, but
Oh, okay.
Austin Matthews was inconsistent, right? Like John Tavares is good. I think Matthew Knies was on that power play too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All those fours were great with
Yeah.
Mitch Marner. But like now you also got like a group of just really ultra talented offensive forwards, but
Well,
multiple guys that can play defense too. Like
Yeah.
you're not.
The reason they did a 5-4 power play was
Well,
kind of
their
the
defense
opposite.
sucks.
It's because
Yeah.
their best defenseman is Morgan
Morgan
Riley,
Riley.
and like he can't shoot the puck anymore. So
No.
like they were kind of
Man's got no
they were
shoulders.
almost forced into just doing 5 forwards.
Tell me if you guys noticed this, but the power play surged right the first half of the season. Mm-hmm. But once teams learned that the stone hurdle bumper combo,
But then we
was the
switched
thing,
though, right? Then they switched to the Jack handling it,
Yeah.
and tossing it to
But
Dorofeyev.
we
and
kept
Dorofeyev
trying.
burying
We kept
it.
Yeah.
trying.
Oh, yeah, you're
the
right, you're
hurdle
right.
bumper,
No,
like
I
you throw it
agree,
in there.
You're
but,
right, you're
but they
right.
unlocked it.
Well,
right?
I agree because to me that was like the biggest detriment to that power play for years is they get stuck in these
Yeah.
mindsets where they're like
Every team knew where the puck was going to go.
was going to
and
Markstone
all they
and
got
Tomas Hurdle, yeah.
all they got to do is get in front of hurdle.
yeah, like they're like they get stuck in these ruts where they're like, well, we're only capable of one play, and that's the triangle,
Mm-hmm.
Eichel Stone hurdle, bang it in.
But they switched it up though
They
too.
did,
Like
and
they did, and
I
it looked good.
They did.
Because towards the middle of the year I was kind of sagging. I was kind of like, oh, well, another year of hot start and then falling apart. I think it picked up again because they started. They realized like, oh my god, we have other options. Like we can pass it to Dorothy.
Dorofeyev can shoot. Like,
And
Yeah,
I think that also hurt
laser.
too. Was Theo was gone for so long after the
the
Four Nations,
Yeah.
right? And that was a guy that was running your power play.
Well, and then that kind of ended up opening up another option in the sense that Hannafin was a little bit more shoot first mentality. So that kind of, even if it does, and that's the thing that I always want to scream at them.
Shoot,
You can't
shoot on the
can't
power
score
play
if you don't-
especially.
Can't score if you don't shoot.
Like that, and it's like, even if it doesn't go in, you need the defenders to believe that you're a viable threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you get them to sell out and like move. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're
if they know you're just going to hold it, they're going to give you your space.
well, they're gonna.
right? They're not going to close you down.
They're gonna sit there and be like, it's like playing against Edmonton. It's like, oh well, if we take away the Draisaitl one timer, like fuck whatever else they're doing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yep.
Even if you don't score, at least make them think that you're a threat.
Yeah,
you know?
but here's the thing with like in defense of the 5 forwards too is like it's gonna stay the same of the 4, right? Stone will be on the wing, Hurdle will be down the middle, Dory will be waiting for one timers, Stone will still be waiting for bumper plays, Jack will still be coming down the wall, but with Marner, he's gonna take the spot of Shea Theodore and Noah Hannafin, who can.
Yeah.
They both are great skaters, and the thing with Theodore was like he can dance on that blue line and just skate around guys. Mitch Marner's a better skater than Shea Theodore is.
Do we know how many shorties were scored against Toronto last year?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because if you got 5 forwards and 1 defenseman,
That's a good question. Let's see.
Well, but that's kind of the thing why I would be okay with having a 5 forward power play is because
Marner acts as like
exactly he's because
defenseman light.
Exactly. In my mind, he would be on the blue line essentially for on the right, and he can defend so well that it's almost like the same as having an offensive defenseman.
This might be they're number 5.
Oh.
Shorthanded goals against.
Okay, well,
Maybe that we kind of take.
So-
That's a good thing to bring up, right?
That's the risk.
But then
That's
they
the risk.
also another team that was very good. The Stars were number 6, so maybe
Yeah.
it's not just a kind of general rule,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Stars always had
Yeah.
Heiskin and Harley on on
Yeah.
that power play. Kings were number 9, shorthanded against.
Okay.
So it's not like it's
And it's gonna
Out of
happen
the
no matter
control.
what.
Out of curiosity, where were we?
Exit out of Jacob Jesus.
God.
Well, I just have to tap forward. We got modern technology. We were. I don't want to pay to unlock data. Fuck you, StatMuse. We were after 25.
Okay.
So we were
Oh,
one of the best
yeah.
teams with shorthands against.
Nice.
Now you think about it, we
That's
didn't
because we were just scoring so much.
we didn't
damn.
have a lot of shorthanded chances. They had chances,
we
but no
ended
one.
the power play before the other team
Yeah,
had
exactly.
a chance. To,
It was we were scoring power play goals within
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
There was ones where like we scored within 5, and we were like,
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ,
it's like the
dude!
second
Like,
it hits the ice off to
Off,
Dorofiev and into the fucking
But-
net.
Yep.
that's also the thing. Like speaking of Marner and Theodore, I'm like, does Theodore not give you something that I know Mitch Marner's going to be the best player we've ever signed, right? Out of free agency. I think Jack Eichel is great, but he was traded here. Mitch
Yeah.
Marner's the best free agent we've ever brought in,
Yeah.
hands down.
Well, technically, it was a signing.
it was a
Technically, it was a signing.
Well,
Fuck you, Dorano.
Actually,
We're going to report you to the NHL if you sign him and
you
don't give
cheaters.
us anything.
you fucking cheaters.
Fucking babies.
Anyways.
But like, I think we all love Shea Theodore, right? Like,
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
he's finally gotten recognition.
Yeah, on
he's
the
a top 20 defenseman.
on
I
some
think I seen
arbitrary
that
list.
thing. Someone did like a head-to-head comparison between him and
You didn't send me that.
Heiskanen. It was a few months ago. But,
Oh, okay. And he's better, yeah.
I don't think it was better, but it was comparable.
Close, yeah.
And I was like, I feel like people just don't mention Shea Theodore in the same breath that they mention Miro Heiskanen.
But
you know?
but here's and this is in defense of Mir Heiskanen too, is that both those guys are good not only at offense, but they're really good at defense too. Shea Theodore has a great defensive year this year.
Yeah.
And he's been only getting better. Mir Heiskanen has
Well, that's
been really
because
good.
he has the magnificent ability of playing with Braden McNabb.
but Mir Heiskanen was playing with
Has Eric Carlson just tried playing with Braden McNabb?
yeah, well, I mean, Mir Heiskanen was playing with Esa Lindell, right? Who
Yeah.
Esa Lindell in his own right is a very good defenseman. But you see names like Evan Bouchard over
Ugh.
both of those guys, right?
Yeah.
And
How
you're
does
like,
he
give me
have
a
that-
fucking break.
how does
like,
he have that
he
contract,
doesn't play
dude?
defense. He can't.
It cracks me up hearing people defend Bouchard because it's always like, well, yeah. To be fair, he does have some very glaring high-profile mistakes.
Very
you know?
glaring. You mean fucking multiple? I've done it before on
Yeah,
this podcast. I put it on our shorts. I can easily find the video of him just giving up.
It's
on-
like his fucking blooper reel.
of
Yeah.
multiple plays. The very famous one, the one that we all love to make fun of, is what he let up a shorthanded goal against Colorado. It's like fucking Parker Kelly, and he just goes and he looks at the puck. He's like, "Oh, I don't need to do that," and then just fucking gives him a fucking apple straight to Parker Kelly.
Dude.
Screams down the ice. Or the goal, the Sam Reinhart goal in the
Yeah.
in the cup clinching game. He let Sam Reinhart do what the fuck he wanted.
I just remember
Yeah.
seeing that and I was like, get this man on Team Canada.
Yeah, $10 million a year.
Yeah,
Incredible.
That's insane.
And Shea's what, a 7?
But he shoot puck
Some
good.
Shay and Noah Hannafin are both under.
Are those like not like some of the best value contracts that
Oh, yeah.
people don't talk about?
I think
like,
Shannon, the hockey guy, did the like best and worst contracts.
They're incredible contracts.
And for us, Shea Theodore was his best.
7x7 something.
Yeah.
And then Hannafin 7x7 point something.
Wild. For the talent you got?
Darnell Nurse is getting paid more than both of them. Evan Bouchard is getting paid more than both of them. Seth Jones, I know he won a cup. He's technically getting paid more than both of them.
you know how like Reddit was doing their like, oh, daily team roast threads. I went on the Edmonton one, and my roast was that they managed to definitely avoid any benefit of the cap going up by immediately committing fucking $20 million between Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard.
And those are contracts you cannot get out of, right?
Oh, no.
Like, there's no way you get out of the Darnell Nurse contract without retaining half of it. And then
Oh.
finding somebody else to retain another quarter of that remaining.
Who would even take him?
No one.
No one. I mean, maybe the Sharks, but the Sharks are trending upwards, and Mike Greer's not an idiot,
Yeah.
right? Mike Greer's a great GM, I think, already.
Maybe
Chicago because they're fucking delusional. Like,
I would say maybe Seattle if they're like, oh my god,
Jesus Christ,
we're
dude.
starting to get
I-
good. We need to
I
get back
pray-
to mediocre.
I pray for your father that Seattle does not pick up Darnell Nurse.
God.
James will lose his mind.
Yeah. Oh man.
God damn it.
But but look at that defense. Like we're talking about power play, and we're just talking. I mean,
Well,
it's
and,
great
and,
soccer.
even the penalty kill again,
Horrific.
adding Mitch
Oh my
Marner.
god! Like
You can spread out those minutes.
you can spread out Jack's minutes for
Exactly.
defensive. Like in the cases that you're up by like a goal or you're tied, you can spread out both those guys,
Yep.
and if you need to, and you need a timely goal, you could put them together.
And I think where that's really gonna help us so much is this year is gonna be a crazy fucking year with the
Yes.
schedule because the Olympic
gonna be
break,
it's
the
gonna be
Olympic
awful.
break, the Olympic break is gonna make everything so much more compressed.
Yep.
And then hey, guess what? Next year they're adding fucking 2 games, or not? Well, the year after they're adding 2 games.
No, next year 2 games.
we're going
This is
to
the last
80
year of the
Well,
current
that's what I
CBA.
mean. Like not next year, as in this upcoming season.
Yeah,
but
next
like
season.
Going to
the season
84?
after that,
84,
they're
yep.
going to 84 games.
And that will still be with a All-Star break, but it will be like a World Championship or
Yeah.
a
So
Four Nations break.
They need to do another Four Nations. That shit was
well,
awesome.
what they're gonna do
I'm
is
so excited for the Olympics.
is they're
We'll
kinda-
talk-
No, yeah.
they're upgrading it to a full-on World Cup. So
That's awesome.
I
love
think,
that.
I think the
That's
plan
so cool.
is they're gonna do an All-Star game every 3 years.
don't
And
do
then-
just
No-
do World
no one
Cups.
watches
No
that
one
shit.
gives a shit.
I feel like I'm only okay with it in the sense that I'm like, yeah, you need to give these guys a break.
Oh yeah.
eventually.
Oh yeah, totally.
But
that's true. But as a hockey fan,
it's going to be alternating between All-Star game, World Cup with basically the 4 nations, but with like 8 to 10 countries participating, and then Olympics. So
I mean, I had a great time when the All-Star game was here when we went. I think it's because we were there and it was live, right? Like
Yeah.
we had you got to
Yeah.
see all the pucks out in front with all the pictures.
well,
and
Yeah.
well, this year I don't know if you guys
that
saw
Columbus
it.
fan got fucking wrecked. before the game. Do you remember that? Did we tell you
Yeah.
about this?
no.
So I got there like literally like last minute because my wife and I did our engagement photos, and so I was like, okay, babe, you got to get in the car with my dad, and you're gonna go because they came so like they could bring her and the dog home. I'm like, you got to get in there and you got to go. I got to go meet Jacob like now.
Yeah.
And so I'm like fucking flying there. I'm getting like a coffee to make sure I'm alive, and I get there. We have luckily plenty of time and everything, and meet Jacob. We were out in front of the in the plaza, and they're doing stuff on stage. This guy he had a Columbus Blue Jackets hat, a hoodie. Keep in mind it's pretty warm.
It was like February.
February. It was a warm February,
Yeah,
so
well, it's a Vegas.
Our-
yeah,
it's
it's a Vegas
February.
February.
Our
It's
February
it's a
is not-
70-degree February,
Yeah.
right? Not a Columbus February.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there like we're all Jacob and his mom and his stepdad. We're all like, yeah, we're having fun. It's jamming. This guy is like standing there with a tall boy, a Bud Light,
He's
like wavering,
Oh,
and
he's
then he
doing
goes.
the-
And then he starts stumbling forward, and he
Yeah.
just takes such a dive backwards. We both thought blood was going to come out of the back of
His head hit the pavement
so
so
hard. You heard
And,
a
like, my
you heard
s-
a
My
Like a thunk.
I'm not good with stuff like this.
No,
like,
no.
People, I
Yeah.
hate seeing someone get hurt. Like, I can't watch like videos like,
Yeah.
oh, look at this guy eating
Yeah.
shit at the skate park. I'm like, I
No,
I
can't.
can't
No.
do it. But like, yeah,
can. I think it's fucking hilarious.
He hit his head so hard, and I was like, oh my god, like, I was literally waiting for like a pool of blood
Waiting
to
for him to like,
start.
start
Yeah.
fucking
And
convulsing.
I just remember like he was almost like in shock for a second, and then like he just like put his hands up. to
He
his
got
face,
embarrassed.
and
I felt bad for him.
He was
yeah.
like,
Did he
oh,
wake
God,
up as
he
an
was-
Edmonton
No,
fan?
I know, right? He-
no, he you could tell he was embarrassed and
And
felt
then-
bad. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
God, this guy. I feel
And
bad
then,
for this guy.
and then suddenly I just like felt guilty. I'm like, oh my god, I should have known he was gonna fall and like,
Catch him,
try to
right?
catch him. But
But
yeah,
the-
and
but
then
the amount
we
of, like,
found a
drunk
security
fans you
guard,
see,
and
yeah.
we're like, I was
Check
like,
on him.
Yeah, I was like, hey, this guy needs help. And he's like, what happened? And like, but I didn't want him to get arrested. I'm like, well, he hurt his head, like, and he needs help. I was like, don't
not
arrest
gonna
him.
say-
For,
yeah,
don't
for-
throw him in a jail cell for public intoxication. Like, get him to the fucking hospital and get his shit scanned.
like I said
What
earlier,
a pure
he-
soul you are.
the man that was on all fours at the MGM when I went to a concert.
Well,
with my
that guy
brother,
can get arrested.
That,
Fuck that
yeah,
guy.
that guy was much more drunk somehow than this Columbus fan. That guy was blasted.
Were you there? Or did I tell you about the time I went to a preseason game? I think it was with my mom because it was like a random
There's
Tuesday.
been so many games that I've
I
seen
know.
fans that are just fucking.
Well, it was
Just
what killed me is
annihilated.
it was a preseason game and it was like a Tuesday night and it was before the game even started. This guy was so fucking plastered. Like he was getting escorted by police and like he was wrecked. I was like
Preseason.
Jesus Christ. I was like, dude, it's like fucking 6:30 on a Tuesday. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
for real.
fuck?
Did you see that? I don't know if you guys saw.
my
Did you
God.
guys see that video of that lady? It was a preseason Rams game, and like before the game even started, she was on a gurney going into an ambulance, getting like
Christ.
getting like fluids because she was and then they showed the video of what she did. She took at least 10 shots before the game even started.
Jesus Christ.
At minimum 10. And she was drinking other things. I'm like, it's a preseason football game. Like,
Dude, some people just shouldn't be allowed to fucking drink, dude.
I know. I'm like, I know how to drink, okay? I know how to handle my shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and then when I see people do that, especially like here, that's when I just shake my head and go, some people just can't handle Vegas.
No.
Amateur.
And so those people that go, Vegas isn't ready for us. I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, Vegas is very, very ready
Yeah,
for
Vegas
you.
hasn't seen four spinsters from
Ve-
from St. Louis.
What are you fucking are you 85 years old?
Any spinster madams
Vegas hasn't seen fucking 5 drunk dudes from fucking Edmonton like
wearing their J.C. Penney button-down
Yeah.
shirts.
Oh yeah.
right off the golf
skinny
course.
jeans.
Yeah. But
Yeah, even worse. That's how I know someone's going to be a problem when they show up with like a golf polo and like a sunburn. I'm like, oh god,
Yeah,
you're going to be a
This
fucking
is
asshole.
already, this is
Yeah.
already going to be trouble.
Some of my worst experiences at T-Mobile are people that are in just nondescript like that, like in a golf polo
Yeah.
and pants,
Yeah.
and
I
they're
feel like-
always the meanest
I
fucking
feel like
nastiest
those are the people that are there and they don't want to be there.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just there.
It's like
'cause-
they came with somebody and they're like, "Well, I'm getting fucking drunk."
well,
Yeah.
that or like they got like comp tickets or
Yeah.
something, or they're like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that
just
too.
here because everyone says this is the thing
Yeah.
to do when you're here. You know?
And they're like just negative the entire time, and they're
company-
not even a fan of
yeah.
either team, and they're just sitting there fucking being party
the
poopers.
company I work for has
Yeah.
box.
I've
seats, so I just
I've been
came
there
for-
before where like I'll be cheering, it'll be a fun game and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and the people in front of us are just like, well, you know, Vegas is just a fucking fake. I'm like, if I was more confrontational, I probably would have gotten into a lot more fights in my life, but I'm just not a confrontational person, and
Honestly,
also
dude,
don't want to die fighting somebody.
that those seats anywhere that's not the place to get into a fight, dude.
Oh, it's so steep, right?
Yeah, you're gonna go down, and you're gonna keep going down.
And did you see the video of that that lady with a prosthetic leg fighting the Edmonton fan from a few years ago?
Yeah, dude.
It's a steep, yeah. It's,
Or the Edmonton fan fighting the other Edmonton fan.
oh yeah,
in our stadium.
in Vegas. Yeah, the two dudes fighting
Or
each other.
the lady that took off her prosthetic
That's what we
leg.
were talking about. Yeah,
beat someone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but
Why'd you do that? Well, she spit on me. I'm like, okay, well that's valid.
that's
Take that
valid.
leg
Yeah,
off.
Yeah.
valid.
Getting
But back to the
sidetracked.
team.
Yeah, get sidetracked here.
Fun times at
This
at
is what it's
T-Mobile.
like to be a Golden Knights fan.
I know.
I know, right?
We're just having a great time. You know, some people say that we don't have fans, but I feel like we've got at least 3, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm
The-
one of them.
The podcast or the team?
Both.
Oh, okay.
No, but yeah, that's something I saw too. Is like, what does Vegas need? And some shitty fucking hockey, whatever it was. Oh, they need real fans, and I'm like, I know you're doing it to get a response out of people.
Yeah.
and you want people to respond to you
Well,
to get
that is
traction.
one thing.
Come-
I love our fan
Come to
base. but-
T-Mobile on game night. See what it looks like.
No,
packed.
literally.
Tell me we don't.
Tell me it's not sold out.
Yeah.
I will say
Aside from a
that-
handful of seats.
That's one thing with our fan base. Sometimes is I think they're a little too easily rage baited.
Oh, so I see it on the subreddit all the time.
Yeah.
Like that guy that came in there was talking shit about Mitch Marner. Everybody's responding to him. Like, I can very much tell that he's a fucking shithead and a
Yeah.
Toronto fan because his profile picture is Connor Bedard in a Vegas jersey. I'm like, this guy's just a dick. Like, give me a break. Don't
Don't worry.
Don't get
it'll
riled
happen.
up.
It'll happen, boys.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe he might be sick of Chicago in a couple.
He's already sick of Chicago. Have you seen him? Look at his face. He has
He
he has
looks dead.
he has
interviews are
resting
just-
bitch face. 'cause
I
he's
know we're not
always
on
in
camera. His
Chicago.
interviews are just like, "Hey, how'd you feel?" And he's just sitting there like, "Fine,"
Yeah.
and just a dead stare, like a 1,000
He's
yard
like, I
stare.
can't fucking wait to get out of this.
I hate
organization.
Marcus
He's
Foligno.
he's like, I love playing for a team whose idea of giving me help was to sign Tyler Bertuzzi to a long term.
Oh, and Pat Maroon. And yeah, it was Nick Foligno, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't the better Foligno. It wasn't Marcus. Marcus, the better
Yeah.
player. You can't sign Marcus. You got to sign Nick,
Yeah.
and then give him the C. And Connor Bedard's just sitting there like, yeah, I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did sign Frank Nazar to a pretty good deal. I thought that was not bad.
Yeah.
I thought, but back to the team.
Yeah.
We talked about our lineups.
We did talk about lineups.
Let's talk about
gonna move into
what we're
concerns?
concerned about.
Yeah.
We'll go in the same order. What,
Okay.
Tyler? What are you concerned about?
I
think we're gonna all have
other than the state of the world.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have the
Yeah.
same 2 concerns.
Yeah. I mean, number one, goaltending.
Yeah.
Number two, well, after our conversation, defense, yes, but I feel more confident now after listening to you guys.
I'm more worried about it because without
more worried
Pietrangelo,
about-
what will the defense
Yeah,
look like, right?
yeah.
Who's
But-
going to be eating all those minutes,
Yeah.
or are they going to distribute?
Yeah.
his minutes.
And we'll get to the breakouts because one of the defensemen I have
Yeah.
is a breakout player.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But the goaltending,
But
yes, I
goaltending,
agree.
yes. Hill can only
Hill-
do so much, and Schmid.
He
He
was-
did
he was-
well
he
for
was
us when
good
he
in
did
his,
play.
Yeah.
We talked about this when we were talking about Henderson.
But is he a backup in
He-
the NHL?
He was good in his appearances
With
with
the team,
Vegas.
yeah.
He was fucking awful in Henderson.
Atrocious.
Awful.
Yeah.
He had a sub like
that-
850.
well, that's why Carl Lindbaum suddenly looks so good. Is because he fucking took the net over.
Yeah,
because
he looked great.
Schmid
So
like
does-
was like unplayable.
Does he get taken into the goaltending development or goaltending training with VGK over Henderson now that he's a backup? So will he be trained?
Yeah, I mean, I think technically it's all one department, but
Is
I
it
think,
all one?
I think you're right in the sense that.
But I also think
now
having
he's
Hill-
gonna be working with. Oh my god.
Well, in
what's-
practice, he's going to be taking shots from Marner,
Yeah.
from Eichel.
That's
what's
good.
What's our goalie coach's name? I can't believe I forgot
Oh my god.
this. He's so fucking good.
He's the best goalie coach in the league. We forgot his
Yeah.
Please don't find us and kill us.
Cut that,
We're
cut
fans,
that,
I swear.
Cut that.
John Stevens.
No, he's not our goalie coach.
Yeah, that goalie
No,
coach.
he's a-
Oh, Sean Burke. Sean
Yes,
Burke.
thank you, Sean Burke.
Sean Burke.
John Stevens, the assistant coach. Yeah.
But anyways,
We knew that right away, guys.
Schmid is now
I'll cut the
working
rest
directly with. he's now working directly with Sean Burke. We've had a long line of good goalies in this team, and it's,
But he's also
it's
playing
because of him,
behind
you
a
know.
good goaltender in Aiden Hill now, right?
Yeah,
He's
a seasoned cup-winning goaltender.
Yeah.
And also you have to. One thing that he brought up in an interview once was he's like, it sounds counterintuitive. He's like, but sometimes the AHL is harder than the NHL for a goalie because it's so unpredictable. Because
And they're also like
in the
so much
NHL,
worse.
Yeah.
you can, in the NHL, when a guy shoots it,
You can track
the
that,
puck,
yeah.
the puck goes where he's aiming, and the AHL. A player is like he's aiming for the left corner, but it goes wide right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's
No,
like, well,
totally.
how can you predict that? How can you read
you
that?
can,
I guess
you can
that makes
scout
sense, yeah.
better in the NHL
Yeah.
and scout
the
shots,
AHL
right?
is a little more chaotic.
But look how hard it is to access like videos in the AHL, right? Of like
Yeah.
scoring play, just as like us, like watching those games. I'm sure they have it for the teams, but like it's one camera in a
Yeah.
shitty barn that's like fucking basically like a CRTV.
Yeah.
Like you see the fucking grains on that shit. It's not like an NHL, like you have cameras
7
all
angles.
over the arena, like multiple
4K
angles.
slow-mo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're 4K 8K fucking
Yeah.
cameras. You can see the puck wiggling in the air. Like it's harder for that. I mean, again, yeah, he was awful. Like we talked about last week, he was awful in the AHL, but he was really good
Yeah.
in the games he played.
So is he moldable?
Yes,
Does he have the
He's young
potential?
enough.
Yeah, he did
definitely
bad,
has
but is he potential?
He had that good
He's
run.
huge, too.
He had that good run
Yeah.
with New Jersey. I think the problem was
New Jersey.
they yeah exactly.
Sorry, babe.
But they try to make him a starter, and I think he was too young, and
Yes.
the team in front of him wasn't good enough.
Well, he's still only 25. Like
exactly.
goaltenders
he's-
really don't reach their prime until like what 27, 28. Like
I was gonna say like 20. Like he's probably now entering his prime.
yeah, just the start of
and-
it, right? Like and like look at Hill. Like he wasn't great.
Hill was a no-name goaltender.
and then he
Yeah.
played for us, and,
and then
27,
he-
20 years old. And he's great, right?
dragged our asses to the cup.
Yeah.
So, are you guys concerned about Aiden Hill? Because
I'm concerned about
I-
can he stay healthy? Can he stay consistent?
yeah.
well,
that's
that's the thing.
my
That's the thing. He
concern.
was healthy last year. He did that new training regimen, and it worked. He played like every goalie's going to miss sometime,
Yeah.
obviously, but he didn't have like that big like miss half the year injury.
Yeah.
You know,
He had an off year,
My
I agree. As
my
but his
concern
stats
is-
were great coming
well,
out.
well,
of
and
the,
that's the thing. Even in the regular season, you know, he wasn't bad at all.
was-
if anything,
well, he did get a nice rest for the Four Nations,
yeah.
But no, here's all the thing. Like
even then,
even though
that's,
he was.
But
that's,
look
that's
at-
still
on
a
the team.
good environment to be in.
What-
right?
what-
you know?
you're right.
what was
the
the
best
other
of the best.
goaltenders that
It's
were
good-
insane
good for you
last year?
mentally, you
It was
know?
just Hellebuck.
To me,
The rest of the goaltending in the league wasn't crazy.
Well, let me rephrase
No, you're
this
right.
to be more specific. His performance in the playoffs last year, does that cause concern?
yes,
Yes,
because
there
he was
were
so
there
good
were
before.
some really bad goals in there.
there
Oh,
were.
yeah.
I mean, yes, it's bad, but the whole team was just fucking bad. Dude.
like
it. You can pin it. Can you pin it on one?
well,
I don't
and
think
that's the thing.
so.
Yep.
Was it game?
But I guess you
Game
do have to look at
2?
everything. Right?
I think it was. I went to game 2 against Edmonton, and he let in like 2, I think even like 3 like
Awful.
goals
Yeah,
that
I remember
like,
those. Yeah,
I could not believe they went in.
I was watching
like,
it. I was watching at home when you went to that one. They were awful.
And
awful.
And to be fair, the team rallied back. They scored like 3 goals, and who led the way? Alex Pietrangelo scored a big goal. But you know, when you put yourself in those situations where you have to rally from multi-goal deficits because your goalie like just wasn't there, like I'm not going to say that we lost the series in game 2, but it kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
Even McCrimmon kind of mentioned when he was talking about this last series against Edmonton compared to the 2023 series, he's like people forget that like he's like game 2 like was really bad for us and game 3 was also really bad for us. He's like, but the difference is because we split the first 2 games at home, instead of being down 3-0 or whatever, it was a tied series, and he's like, and that's huge mentally and like I don't know, man, like I'm not going to say he blew the series because at the end of the day we got shut out by Stuart Skinner in back-to-back games. So obviously that's a huge problem.
I think it's more.
And he still made some big saves. But this is
the goalie can't score.
I mean,
this is the first.
In that game that in the series clinching game against Edmonton, he had a great game.
Yeah,
he played a great game that game.
He did.
But he should have. But here's the other thing: we're giving Aiden Hill this crap. And yeah, he won a cup and he's played well for us. Yeah, it's something to worry about, but no one talks about Connor Hellebuck until he gets to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
He's been one of the worst goaltenders in the playoffs, period. Like, the only consistent goaltender in the playoffs recently has been Sergei Bobrovsky.
I guess I would just here's how
it's
I would
harder
frame
to quantify a playoff run, right, like that.
This was his first bad playoff run. And I wouldn't say I'm concerned, but there's a little. It's in the back of my mind.
It's an itch in the back of your head.
It's in the back of my mind.
Now, maybe I'm not concerned so much about the performance of said goaltenders, but the length of the season. Can they stay consistent?
That's always
between the two of them, right? Because Schmid's going to come in.
He's going to have to start.
He's going to have to play at least 20 games, right? And that's
are
even
those
then
throwaway games. Like, I sure hope not.
It can't be.
No.
You can't have that mindset because the margins are too narrow.
But I think he's good enough to play well, right? And then, but what if Hill or Schmid can't play a few games? Are we going to be okay with Carl Lindbaum being your third goal? But that's getting reaching deep into the bag because that's everybody. That's every team's problem. Is like you have your 2 guys. Do I have to reach to a third guy? Like look at Seattle last year. They had to reach like fucking Coco or some shit like that.
After listening to your guys' Henderson Silver Knights cast,
I'm
high on
for
Lindbaum.
goaltenders. Yeah,
I'm high on Lindbaum.
You guys made him sound like he's a beast.
He's great.
He had like a 9-1-2.
9-1-2, despite being
on an awful team.
On a team that had the 5th or 6th. No, wait. It was more than that. It was tied for 4th most goals against.
Yeah, and you had a 9-1-2.
9-1-2.
Incredible.
This kid was saving fucking like 30 plus shots a night. Like,
put it to you this way: I think every team. It's a long season. I think every team plays.
Will play a third goaltender.
Plays their third goalie at least once.
Or even then, you could turn into a situation like Columbus. What was that? Jet Greaves, where he's like essentially now like starter, or gonna be like number 2 at least.
Yeah.
Like, you never know what you could find in your depth, right? But like,
and to me, I'm like, if once you go down to your third goalie, I'm like, I'd rather have Carl Lindbaum than a lot of other guys.
Oh, 100%. I'd rather have Carl Lindbaum than Calvin Pickard. Sorry, but
what?
So I think we all agree on goaltending as the kind of concern.
Yeah, goaltending the main concern.
Goaltending, and then for me, it is still defense in the sense that.
Who can replace him? Like, nobody can, but like, how are we going to do that?
It's going to have to be by committee, but my concern is, I guess, like, our 2 best defensemen are obviously Theodore and Hannafin, but to me, I'm like, they're not really those kind of shutdown type guys, you know? They're more offensive.
Well, I think they're playing. They're gonna. I as much as we would want to see the Hannafin Theodore pair, I think they might play them with 2 guys that are shutdown guys in McNabb and Whitecloud.
But can you put that pair in those situations that you would put Pietrangelo in?
True.
You know, like
Can you put McNabb and Theodore in a situation that would be a Petro and McNabb or a Petro and Hannafin. Or
No,
a Petro
nothing
and
will
Theodore.
ever beat the glorious pairing of Petrangelo and Martinez.
Oh my
Oh.
god! Well, that was the
That-
cup
that's-
run.
that's
That was
why-
the cup run.
That's,
Yeah.
that's why we won the
I
fucking
swear,
cup.
Martinez
right
is made of like fucking Kevlar, dude. That guy.
Not even Kevlar. That dude was made of like fucking stainless steel. like
He's
yeah.
just like, boom,
he was.
He just
what's like the
take
most
'em.
densest like fucking metal like fucking
like platinum or
plat.
something.
Yeah, he's made of something insane. Like
some deep star heavy metal.
yeah, just to do whatever he do what he did for
forged
so
in the heart
long.
of a star.
Yeah, and then the fact that he rang the siren in that.
Oh,
in
that
game.
was so cool. That was so
And then
cool
we
to
love
see
him.
him up there.
Why do I keep doing this? Jesus.
Do you want-
You sloppy
I'm not
bitch.
drunk.
Do you want me to pour it in a glass for you?
No, I'm just
Do you need a sippy cup?
shut the fuck up. Give you a sip
I got a
cup.
bib, dude.
Jacob
Put a bib
spilled
on.
his beer all over himself.
Shut up.
Let's go for the hat trick, son.
Careful. Easy. Good job.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
You
about.
want tummy rubs?
Not from you, bitch.
From
Tyler.
All right. So my third concern is
Mitch Marner.
Marner in the playoffs. Is that something that we're gonna?
I'm not.
I think
until we
that-
see it. Until we see it.
yeah, that's what I think.
Here's my thing.
Marner's gonna
Yeah.
have that nagging in the back of his head, right?
I don't.
That-
Until
No?
until we
Okay.
see it happen.
No, that's a very valid.
It's a
concern.
valid concept.
he
but, like,
might not say it out loud, but you know, he's reading this
I'm
shit.
optimistic.
that
Oh,
we're
it's
saying,
totally.
right?
I
I'm
agree.
optimistic that he'll overcome it, but I
Yes.
think that's a very
Yes.
valid and real concern.
But
Yes.
look at Jack though. Like he had that.
he'd
from-
never even been to the playoffs.
Yeah, from
and then he won
Buffalo.
the fucking cup.
Everybody in Buffalo, he can't lead a team to the playoffs. He can't lead. He
Yeah,
can't be the
locker
captain
room
of a
cancer,
team.
blah,
He's
blah,
locker
blah.
room cancer. He can't do this. He can't do that. Fucking what? Year 2, he wins a cup,
Yeah.
and then year 3, he had his
I
highest
mean, I
scoring
would
year.
almost say year one because his actual
his
year
year
one,
two-
he played
yeah.
Yeah.
he played like 19 games
Because he
at
had
the
the
end of
surgery.
season,
Yeah.
you know?
His
Like,
first full year, he won a cup, and then his second year, he had his highest scoring point total ever in his entire career.
Also, Peter DeBoer was the coach. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Peter
That doesn't
yeah.
count. Yeah.
He can't get to
Sorry,
he can't get to the Stanley Cup. So, but I do agree it's in the back of his head. But we've talked about this before. Is like Vegas media is so chill and
Yeah.
so like
That's
not.
because they all
So
fucking
re-
live in fear
they're
of Kelly
real.
McCrimmon.
Oh yeah,
They're
oh yeah,
real.
yeah. They're just those guys are just there to watch hockey and they're not fucking extremely just
Might.
Yeah.
Toronto media is disgusting. Like
Yeah.
Toronto, like you read about, like
There-
Canadian
there are
fans are
people-
disgusting. There's people like will go on Instagram and threaten their families' lives because
Well, I've said
they
it-
lost a game. Like
Well,
look,
that-
Stu Skinner.
That's why that's why Marner left. Friedman alluded to the fact that there was an incident with a fan where like Marner was like, I don't feel safe, and I don't
blame
feel
him.
I don't feel safe raising my
wasn't there
child
a bunch
here.
of garbage on his front lawn and shit?
Yeah, and like people just come up to you like. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I agree. I think here's why I think it's a valid concern. Maybe not even like a mentality thing, but it is a fact, a quantifiable fact that the way that Marner plays and where his highest percentage of shots and passes come from, those are the areas that get really tough in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Really tough. If the other team is going to key on him, and if they can take away that first pass, like it's going to be hard for him to generate. But that being said, this is what I meant when I said we're going to see Toronto fans develop a true understanding of what depth is
yeah,
in real
yeah,
time.
yeah, you've got
Because
guys that have
even-
playoff mentality.
Even
right?
if Marner gets as the playoffs go on or as the series drags on, if they really start keying in on him, that's why it's good to have guys like Eichel and Stone,
Yeah.
Carlson.
They take the heat.
Carlson,
Take the
you
heat
know,
off him.
exactly.
Bradley
Let him
Smith.
open up. Let him do his thing.
Like guys that have Brett Howden too. Like guys
yeah.
that have been in the playoffs for a long run,
Yeah.
multiple seasons. We missed the playoffs one time in our entire
It still
ever.
that's still fucking close.
once.
Yeah.
One time it was barely.
Yeah.
And most of those runs then went to the second round or the Western Conference Finals, right? And so you guys have been in the playoff runs, like long playoff runs. You've got a ton of experience. That's going to help Mitch Marner. And then even though Petrangelo was out, that voice in the locker room
Yeah.
is going to help.
Just
A
because
guy
he's
like
on
Mitch Marner.
LTIR doesn't mean
Doesn't mean he's not
gonna
there.
be
Yeah. He's gonna be standing there.
He's still
It's like
contracted.
when
He's gotta
I went
work.
to
His guardian angel will be there.
I went to a practice. I think it was preseason. I went to a practice last year, and it was just to watch and everything. I saw all the media guys up in the corner. But then I saw from their perch high above City National, I saw Kelly McCrimmon and George McPhee just watching the team play.
Looming over.
Yeah, looking, talking to each other
Yeah.
like just
We have to cut this guy.
on his little perch up there. I'm like Kelly McCrimmon and George McPhee aren't afraid. If something's going wrong, I'm not saying that something's going to be wrong with Mitch Marner. I think Mitch Marner is going to be great. If something's going to have to change with the team, they're not afraid to make that change. They're not afraid to tell Bruce to switch the lineup up or figure something else out. But I do think it's in the back of his head of like, am I really a playoff performer? But as soon as he plays 10 games here, he's going to go, okay, no, I love this place. Like,
yeah, I agree.
And honestly, like I wouldn't be surprised if his point per game in the playoffs hovers around the same spot, like in that 0.9 area.
Yeah.
But the difference is that he's going to be on a team where enough guys are going to be hanging out in that area where you're going to be tipping the scales enough to win games.
And that internal competition too.
Yeah.
Will kind of fuel that, right?
Here's
It's
the
like, well,
thing.
I'm going to score more than
Would you rather have Colton Sissons or William Karlsson or Bobby McMahon?
Yeah, no. Exactly. Well, and even if you have to do what we did against Minnesota and like, okay, we need to load a lineup.
You can do that now.
Yeah, okay.
Easily.
So you put Marner with Eichel and then put Carlson on the left wing.
Or even you put Dory or Hurdle up there. Like But you can load up two lines now, right? Where you can go Dory, Eichel, and Marner, right? And then you can go Carlson, Hurdle, and Stone. That's two lines of stars.
Yeah, vicious lines.
Yeah,
because that's what turned our fortunes in the Minnesota series. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what if we put Carlson on the wing with Eichel and Stone, and suddenly that line just fucking shoot up and spat out fucking every Minnesota matchup they had.
Yeah. Can you not do that with two lines now? Now with the addition of Mitch Marner, you can chew up. Aside from, I don't know, maybe Edmonton, but Edmonton was going to load up with Draisaitl and McDavid and Nugent Hopkins, and after that, there's nothing really on that team, right? And now that
that nothing fucking shoot our shit up a few months ago.
Well,
Alex.
yeah, I mean,
I
but they
we
didn't
beat
have. They never had
ourselves,
to
though.
load that line up, right? They used their depth to wear us down.
Yeah.
But even Dallas maybe, right, with Robo, Johnston, and Rantanen. But you still have to see how that plays out. But obviously, we'll coming into breakouts. I think this team's. We've said it multiple times before. This team's the best team on paper we've had going into a. Forwards at least the best forward group we've had.
Oh yeah,
ever.
absolutely.
The deepest
Agreed.
forward group at least we've ever had. And with the cap only going up, we're only going to get more access to better defensemen, right? And better depth forwards. Like Rasmus Anderson has said, there's only a couple teams I want to play for. It's Vegas and LA. I think maybe he's not going to Edmonton.
Yeah.
He said in interviews, there's only a few teams I despise. And it was Vancouver and it was Edmonton. He hates both of them. He will never go to those teams.
Yeah.
And that's a benefit to us because even if he doesn't come here or doesn't go to LA, he'll go someplace else.
Yeah.
Like, fine. Maybe we'll get Rasmus Anderson in a couple of years, right? But, with the cap going up and a owner that's willing to spend, and then as old as Bill Foley is, his son that's a guy that's just a carbon copy of Bill Foley who's willing to spend, I don't foresee us regretting the Mitch Marner contract.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
$12 million.
There's no way.
$12 million?
But did you guys see that thing today? Frank Saravalli saying that Jack Eichel might be looking for as much as $15 million.
Well, Frank Saravalli has called a lot of things wrong.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's also a dumbass. Like,
To be
Yeah.
fair,
you've seen Frank Saravalli's picture, right? Full head of gray hair.
I think so.
Do you want to guess how old Frank Saravalli is?
Well, now that you say that, I don't.
He's younger than you, Tyler.
I've seen 30 something.
He's 35 or 36 years old.
Jesus Christ. Frank Saravalli. Oh, there it is. American Sports.
He's not old.
That's a hard 37.
Yeah, he's 37. He's older than you, Tyler.
this is my favorite picture.
You're
My
older than him.
goodness,
Sorry.
My goodness.
This is my favorite picture of him.
Send that to me. I'm going to put that on. I'll make sure to this. I'll put that on.
Oh goodness.
And also, Elliot Freeman, they had a surprise drop of 32 Thoughts the other day, and he basically what his only tidbit about Eichel was like, he's like, I think he's just waiting to see what the market resets at. Basically, it's what
of course.
it's what every good player is doing right now. Like we're gonna
Waiting for the cap increase.
No, they're waiting for McDavid to sign so that way they can have a framework to work with.
That's the baseline.
Yeah, but does McDavid resign in season though?
I think he does. I just don't know for how much and for how long.
So you think Vegas fans are nervous? How nervous are Edmonton fans right
Extremely.
Well, I will say it was truly glorious when Matthew Tkachuk said whatever. What did he say? He's like, oh, I'm not worried. McDavid he'll get his cup eventually, here or somewhere else.
But then McDavid like explicitly said
Yeah.
like, fix it, like figure
Well,
it out
well,
so I can win a cup.
He explicitly didn't say he. Usually when they ask a player about that situation, they go, "Well, I love it here and I want to win
He
here."
did
blah,
not
blah,
say
blah.
that.
He basically dodged the question, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Ooh,
It was
not exactly a
superstar, like a guy that's gonna. It's not a Sidney Crosby phrase of like, I love it here. I'm gonna live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play here forever, right? Or it's not a that's Sidney Crosby, or even Ovi. Like I'm gonna be here forever. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Didn't say that. He said, well, it depends on what we do.
Yeah.
Also, I like how Nighttime Plus is so bad that even a replay of a game is just broken beyond belief.
I know
Christ.
Tyler's Wi-Fi is good too. He's got a 5G option. A 5G.
It is. I have a 2 gig downstream.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
Jesus
Nighttime Plus.
Christ,
Get your shit together.
but we're talking about concerns, breakout players. Who do you think is a
Yeah.
break? Each of us, Tyler, if you want to go first,
Yeah,
breakout.
I have Dorofeyev to be my breakout. Granted, he did have a career year last year, but I want to see
40 plus?
consistency.
Like gonna hit it like even a new level.
I
want him.
think he can.
I believe that he can. I just
Yeah.
want him to be that consistent threat.
Yep.
Right? Not
I
have
agree.
one great year and then go back into mediocrity.
Not have a Zach
Not that he
Hyman.
was ever mediocre, but I
No, I know what
want
you
him
mean.
to be.
Not have a 35 goal
Yeah,
scoring
yeah,
year and
yeah,
then score
like,
20.
yeah,
right?
Yeah, you don't want to be like, hey, remember that time when Dorofeyev scored 35 goals once?
Yeah.
You know?
So-
or even like with Zach Hyman, he scored what 50 2 years ago, and then
Yeah.
he didn't do shit this year, right?
And
But to be
that's-
fair, I think
yeah.
we everyone knew that 50 goal was.
oh
like
yeah,
a
that's what I mean. That's what I
one-
mean. You
once
want
in
him
a-
to.
you know.
He's young enough to where he can combat that, right?
Yeah.
What's your breakout, Jacob?
Caden Korzak, man.
I agree.
Oh, that was my
He's
that was
gonna,
my second.
It's going to be his first. This is the first year where they specifically carved out a spot on the blue line just for him. He's played well. He's big. He can skate. He can score. A lot of potential there. I don't know what his. I don't know what his ceiling is, and that's my only thing.
But isn't that like good to know? Like you don't know what his ceiling actually is. He could be as high as a top pairing defenseman or just a career bottom
Yeah.
pairing. But
Well, he's got a
if you find a
Petrangelo's
career-
blessing.
yeah,
Yeah.
if Petrangelo said this
So-
kid is ready, like that, you don't get that, right? Like
Yeah, he's not going to
that's
just
the
pick
thing,
any
too.
defenseman to
I
do
think
that.
you and me had this discussion the other day, but you never know what someone has until they truly get that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where
you want another one?
you don't know what someone has until they're forced to step up.
Yeah,
You know
greatness.
When-
You're
when
not
it-
born into greatness. Greatness is thrust upon you.
exactly, and it's about to be thrust upon Caden Korzak.
Yeah.
So
Those are big fucking skates to fill, man.
yeah, and I,
Massive skates.
And I don't
Massive.
think he's gonna just magically be the new Petro, but I do think
You got to start somewhere.
I do think he can
Right.
surprise
He's
people.
also only 24.
Yeah, 24, and he's a fucking monster. He's
He's
Yeah.
6'3", 6'4". Like
Yeah.
he's already gigantic. he's our great elf lord.
Dude, and what's so funny is you saw him on the ice next to like Haig, right? And he looks small next to
Yeah.
Haig.
Yeah, and he's still a
But
big
he's a
fucking
big
dude,
fucking
right?
dude.
He's 24.
Yeah.
It was funny. Like Jacob sent it to me. His brother signed. Where did he sign at? Like
in Europe somewhere.
in Europe, and he's like, his brother's name is Ryder, and it's like Ryder Korzak signs in whatever European league, and Jacob goes, if I couldn't tell you were related to Caden Korzak from a mile away, boy, like, he had the same like high eyebrows, high
Yeah.
cheekbones. I'm like,
He's like the evolved human.
yeah, oh, yeah, he's the
He looks
Caden
like-
Korzak's like the like ultra like the uber human from Alien and from Prometheus, like the giant. Yeah,
Oh, the architect.
Yeah,
Is
the architect
I
from
will
Yeah.
say, when I say he's going to break out, I mean he's going to be able to fling people across the rink with his mind.
Yeah.
but yeah,
who's your breakout?
In case it wasn't obvious, it's Brett Howden. I'm a Brett Howden truther. I think he's got a ton of potential in him. He wasn't drafted like high in the first round. I think he was like mid to late by the Rangers. But he's always a guy that everybody thought would be incredible. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just too much. Like it's like Mitch Marner, too much pressure. Be going into a market like New York, right, and having all that pressure to be like the top prospect. Because when New York was pretty good and they didn't have high draft picks. And they were like, okay, this kid is coming. I'm like, you can't. It's the first round's just a crapshoot after 15.
Yeah.
Like, look at us. Like, all of our first round draft picks, aside from Trevor Connolly, haven't. Like, the only guy that's really panned out for anybody is Nick Suzuki.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody Glass is like a fringe player.
Peyton Krebs is a fringe player in Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
And Eric Brandstrom doesn't play for the league anymore, right?
Cotter.
He was in the first round.
Oh, he wasn't. No, he wasn't a first rounder. Okay.
He was Brandstrom, Glass, Krebs, Suzuki. I'm missing somebody. Missing a couple guys, maybe. But
Brisson.
He
Brisson,
hasn't panned out too, right?
Yeah.
And then the other guys, David Edstrom, but he's with San Jose now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's part of the Hurdle deal.
yeah. No, he's part of the Yaskarov deal. No, he's in Nashville now. Because Swint. Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's like the fourth time you said that.
I know.
Schwint.
My,
You thinking of Cole Schwint?
Cole Schwint, yeah. My, you gonna try that one? But
You can have it back when you say the word sent.
we sent.
Okay.
I'm not the one that spilled on myself twice, Jacob.
Oh, well, whatever you say, man.
But we sent Edstrom
I'm due for something now.
sent Edstrom to San Jose in the Hurdle deal, and then they sent Edstrom to Nashville in the Askarov deal. And he hasn't done anything yet, right? Because he's still in the SHL.
To be fair, he was like pick number 32.
Yeah, literally
basically
one of
a
the last
second
picks of the
round-
draft.
Yeah.
Basically a second round
Still
pick.
first rounder, maybe.
Yeah, it could be something, but it's hard for like to have all those expectations, and now Howden's carving out like a really good role in the team he's on, right?
Yeah.
And he had that injury. Remember a few years ago, we all thought he was paralyzed because he went like head first into the boards. Remember that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was Brett Howden, and he's still playing pretty well, right? And he's young. I just think if he's allowed to play up in the lineup, and Cassidy actually goes, "Hey, I'm gonna play you top 6," I think he's gonna have an incredible year. You have a guy that's primed to do that. Such a Swiss Army knife that we had with Carrier, kind of, but Carrier never consistently played a top 6 role, right? Because Carrier was an excellent player. Mm-hmm. Howden is, I think, a little bit more offensively talented, and he's also, just an absolute like motor. Like he's gonna run somebody down and figure that all out. So for me, it's Brett Howden, but Caden Korczak, I can agree with that. Like I'm ready for the Caden Korczak breakout year.
Right.
What do we else? We had a player that we need to step up.
And mine is Korczak.
Korczak?
Mine was Korczak.
That's reasonable. I think he's like we've talked about a ton. We're at an hour and 40 minutes. This is gonna be the longest one we've ever had. That's good because it's fills the void, right? Korczak needs to step up into the role that now Pietrangelo has voided that role. He said Korczak's the guy. This is your future. You got to step into it. Like you've got a big void now.
And what's nice is he has the NHL minutes. It's not going to be.
But he's jumped other players, right?
Yeah.
He jumped over
Hutton.
He's jumped over Lucas Cormier, who was a higher defense pick. He jumped over Brandon Pakal and Daniil Miromanov.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they traded both those guys to Calgary. It's because they knew they had Caden Korczak in the system. Mm-hmm. He jumped over so far as Daniel Shaka is now in fucking Russia, I guess. He's jumped up the line, the defensive prospects to be the number one guy. So now is the year you can prove it.
He's my choice for step up.
Step up.
Step up to the streets.
Yep.
Let's see. Mine, you have a step up player? Jacob?
Yeah. Mine's going to also be defenseman, but to me, it's kind of, I don't know if this is cheating, but it's one or the other has to step up, and it has to either be Shea Theodore or Noah Hannafin.
I agree.
One of those guys
has to lead the defense.
One of those guys has to become the new leader of the blue line.
I agree.
and also learn to play those hard defensive minutes.
Yeah.
Just not even just the hard defensive minutes, but the hard defensive moments, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah.
you're up 1-2 or 1-0, and they're pushing for a goal at the end of the game,
Yeah.
right?
Like you're in the playoffs, you're down a game.
Yep.
You're down in the game. There's 4 minutes left, and you have a defensive zone draw, and fucking Connor McDavid's on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do
Exactly.
you put out there?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you put Shea Theodore or you put Neil Hannafin out there, right? Yeah, I know, totally agree.
Yeah, so
It's got to be one of those two guys.
Yeah.
They have to take the reins that Pietrangelo now has left.
Yeah.
I know we're getting a little long on time, but who do you guys think? Who do you think does it? Shea Theodore or Noah Hannafin?
I think Hannafin. Shea's been in the system for
Are they the same
long
age?
enough.
I think they're the same age, just about.
I think Shea's he's comfortable with his role. I think Hannafin's. I mean, granted, he's the newer defenseman, right? I think he has that potential to step up to be that guy.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
I mean, he's in that graduating class, right, with Eichel and McDavid. Like he's part of that group. All right. Well,
How many of the top draft picks from that 2 or 3?
We have Eichel, Marner, Hannafin, and Hill. I think we're all from that draft class.
But weren't Eichel, Hannafin, and Marner were all top 5 picks?
Mm-hmm.
The only other 2 were McDavid and then Strome, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 of the top 5 are on the
Yeah.
on the team. That was
3 of the top 5 of what's regarded as
it's
the
best draft
class
ever.
I've ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ever. And I don't
Not bad.
don't disagree with that.
yeah, and well, now you have to fill that role, right? And I think Hannafin is the guy to do it.
I
agree.
think I agree. As much as I think Shea Theodore is kind of slept on, and I want to say Shea Theodore, I do think it'll be Noah Hannafin for those exact reasons. And also in Calgary, he was the guy that kind of had to carry the mail and be that top defenseman.
Agreed.
So he has experience doing it for a team.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of he's hitting this new point in his career. It's like, okay, well, now you have to do that for a good team.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to take it up a notch. And also, frankly, he was just, even though like I thought he struggled a lot last year, and then he got to the Four Nations, and I didn't think he was going to play because of injuries. He did end up playing in the Four Nations, and he really stepped up, and he looked really good. And I do fully believe that he's a big game
Top guy,
He's a big game player.
I agree.
I think he escalates his game when it matters most.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of
I agree.
the key component.
To end this, I want to play a little Golden Knights themed game.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you guys.
We didn't hit top goal scorer and top points yet.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it October,
Okay.
right before the game. Hot takes. That's when we'll talk.
Oh,
about
okay.
top goals.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Right before the season starts, that'll be our hot take episode.
Yeah.
Obviously, stay tuned for that. But I want to throw a game out. We're gonna play a little Golden Knights themed game. Jacob's looking at my phone. Gonna
Fucking cheater
Hold it
ass.
closer to me. He's trying to cheat.
It's not cheating. It's
He's
just,
cheating.
It's,
We're gonna
it's-
play-
He's cheating like a son of a bitch.
Who's that Golden Knight?
Oh.
So both you guys, if you guys know who it is, I'm gonna give you 3 pieces of information. So I'll do one, and then you can say Jacob or
I'm
Tyler.
gonna be so bad at this, dude.
And then so you'll say your name. I'm gonna go 1. If no one gets it, then I'll go a second piece of information, third piece of information. So the first set will be games played and their stats. Second set of information is gonna be the seasons with the team. Third will be their number with the team.
oh, well, all right.
Am I good
It
with
makes
3?
you feel
Yeah.
better.
So if you
I'm
wanna-
also, despite living my life for the Golden Knights, apparently. Ooh, what's raining?
There's the
There's
the
this.
Oh no, babe!
The microburst.
It's
Whenever a storm
flooding.
like this happens, I just think of Doc Brown and Back to the Future, and he
Yeah.
just whispers, "The storm."
storm.
All right, so we'll go to the
Anyways,
first.
I'm kind of bad at stuff like this, so no.
All right.
We'll go to the first player. So, first player, first piece of information. He's played 99 games with the team. He's got 12 goals, 39 assists.
99 games in the
That's
team,
like a C-
12
that's like-
goals.
So to buzz in, you can say your name
Oh.
to guess who it is. Neither.
39 fucking games.
1 game away from 100 with the team.
Yeah, that's like one season.
But only 12 goals.
12 goals, but
Maybe
39
it's
assists.
Eric Halla?
No,
Wait, is this like all Golden Knights?
all Golden
Oh,
Knights.
fuck.
I don't know.
James Neal.
Nope. So, number 2, he's played 2 seasons. He played 23-24 and 24-25.
Oh.
He's recent.
23-24.
Michael Amadio?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. 24.
The year
That
before.
was this last year.
We've talked about him.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Brett Howden.
Nope. Fuck! He's number 15.
Oh, Hannafin.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Okay.
God
So
damn
Tyler's
it.
got 1. All right.
Get fine. Next.
Next. Okay, this one. The first one was supposed to be easy.
Why does it feel like so much longer?
The first one was supposed to
Yeah.
be easy. This is going to get progressively harder.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Okay,
here we go.
number 2. He's played 49 games,
49?
15 goals, 8 assists. Again, all-time Golden Knights.
49 games, you said?
Yes.
49 games.
Valentin Zikov.
That would have been a good guess, but it's not him.
Oh.
I was thinking about him. I saw those
He's
stats.
my favorite obscure knight.
Oh, yeah, he's one of the obscure ones. This one's pretty obscure, too.
Busted for
God damn.
Man.
We're gonna get
Storming,
electrocuted.
y'all.
Hell yeah, brother.
Monsoons.
he got busted for doping, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did. He
He
did
was
steroids.
banished back to Russia.
Cody Glass.
No, but in the realm of Cody Glass. So he's played 3 seasons. He played from 17-18 to 19-20.
Oh, 3 seasons?
But he's only played 40-something games.
So it's gonna kind of put into perspective who this guy could be. He was up and down with the team a lot, and he's an older guy.
Pacioretty.
No,
Fuck.
we make jokes about this guy all the like.
It's okay.
You know anything, Jacob?
No, I got nothing.
He was number 73.
Oh, shit.
I got nothing.
You guys got nothing?
You guys talk about him?
We've joked about him.
It's okay. It's okay, bud. Don't know.
Brandon Peary.
Oh, fucking
damn.
Peary. Yeah, we called him the Prince, right?
The legend of Brandon
Yeah.
Peary.
He's always scored against us on every team he played for
Yeah.
afterwards.
He showed up randomly for a few games, went on a crazy
Yeah.
goal streak, and then just disappeared into the night.
Next
Damn.
guy.
All right.
He's played 209 games,
209.
18 goals, 24 assists.
209. 18 goals?
Should kind of tell you who this is off the bat.
Yeah, 209.
Played a
That's
ton
lot
of games, but didn't score a bunch.
Must be a defenseman, right? No? Are these all forwards?
Reeves.
Yep.
Oh, hey! Fuck
got
you.
one.
You got one. So 1-1. Next guy, 199 games played, 37 goals, 41 assists.
99?
37 goals.
199.
Oh, 199.
With 37
Oh,
goals,
boy.
41 assists.
41 assists.
Nothing? Gonna give you the seasons.
Next.
He was an original Golden Misfit, 17-18
Okay.
to 19-20.
Original Misfit.
He's also a
original
forward.
Well, oh, no, never mind.
Misfit. Original Misfit.
What were the numbers again on goals?
199 games played, 37 goals, 41 assists. He's a forward.
Paul Stastny?
Nope. Paul Stastny was not original
Oh,
Golden Knight.
yeah. It was second year.
Mm-hmm. I love him, though.
James Neal. I'm just going to keep guessing. James Neal.
He is a redhead.
Cody Eakin.
There you go.
Sneaking Eakin, dude.
So,
Sneaking Eakin.
this one's going to be the hardest one.
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
5 games played.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
1 goal, 1 assist. He's played 2 I'll give you all of them. 2 seasons.
Yeah.
1920 to 2021. He was number 38.
1 goal, 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. This wasn't like a silver or a Wolf, Chicago Wolf that played for us. Then
A little bit, but he's
Oh.
names come up in other teams. He's played for after he's left us multiple East Coast teams.
multiple East Coast.
Boston and Philly.
Patrick Brown.
Brown.
Oh.
Damn it. Jake wins.
Jake wins.
That was hard.
No, I know. I didn't
That
wanna
was
make it
really, that was
easy.
actually really hard. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Apologize.
Alex, because of his own autism, he overestimates our autism.
I
He's like,
figured-
yeah, you could figure this out. I'm like, no,
No,
I can't.
no, you can't.
No,
It's like,
absolutely.
Alex, I don't remember what happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I forgot today was happening.
But
actually.
on the next one, we'll talk about
My brain is clogged with hops and bong resin. You know.
the next one. We'll talk about Team USA.
yeah.
Famously
Wait.
coming out.
I gotta pee.
Well, we'll say goodbye first.
Oh.
Team USA, and then
He's gonna be gold.
previews, right? Season's coming
Yeah, we'll
fast.
start our season previews.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait.
So
Go by
until
division,
yeah,
predict where we
shit
think
on
each
the
team
Metro
will be.
for
Oh, I can't
an
wait.
hour and a half. Until next time, stay gold.
Yeah, stay gold, guys.
Stay gold.